difficulties.
Welcome to another Rowdy Thursday, and that can mean one thing, ladies and gentlemen, and one thing only. It is a brand new episode of A Worthy Addiction.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, a show like no other hosted
Also a show like no other, though.
technical difficulties like no other, hosted by none other than me and my Rowdy brother. So I am not going to waste any freaking time introducing him. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys know him as Kevin. The toy world knows him as Unworthy Collector, but the ladies know him as Gringo with chorizo like caballo. Ladies and gentlemen, my man, Unworthy Dynamite Collector. Woo!
That was a beautiful. I don't speak Hispanic, so I don't know exactly what all that meant, but it sounded flattering.
There you go.
It sounded
Yeah,
fair.
it is.
And this man over here to my right, your left, you all may know him as the only man who will be more brutally honest than a room full of drunk toddlers when it comes to answering questions, Mr. Toy Addict 17.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for that beautiful intro. And if you are watching us live or watching us in a replay, we thank you as always. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. The hump day continues all the way through Thursday. It doesn't stop on Wednesday. It continues on Thursday.
We
So we're here
hump our way right through the week, baby.
Absolutely. We're here to hump your Thursday as well. So Unworthy, happy Thursday. Always a pleasure to be here with you, dude. We have had, here's cheers, my friend. Cheers. Always a pleasure to be with you, man. We've had such a crazy week, me and this guy, because we're both working humans. We do have lives outside of this toy and IG and YouTube world. So, dude, how are you feeling today, dude? You look like you look real spiffy. I like the whole getup. Yeah, you look really good. So
you pointed that out to me earlier when we were on the phone, and I didn't realize that I had matched so well. So it was really always nice to know that, because it could be a disaster. It could turn out pretty badly. You never know. Being colorblind is a real bastard when it comes to cooking.
I was gonna say that the funniest part was like, hey, I love how like you're color coordinating your hat with your shirt, but then your whole coffee mug. He was like, well, you know what, Dan? I thought it was green. I was like, at first, I was like, oh, no, it's red. But yeah, dude, you look wonderful, man. That shirt.
You look pretty nice yourself. Anytime you wear those dude love glasses, I don't know what it is. It just makes me wanna.
I gotta get you a pair. These are pretty dope. I gotta find you a pair of these. But like I know that I remember telling you that they have some with red and like different colors. Like so, I definitely have to see if I could swing and get you one of these and send them out to you so we could.
I'm for it.
Match.
I'll wear it.
But other than that, dude, again, everybody that's watching, again, we thank you for the love and support you guys have been showing us. We have a very exciting show for tonight because tonight's going to be a Q&A episode where we put on our stories and our posts that we wanted you guys to ask us any questions, whether it was regarding toy photography, collecting, music, movies, etc., aliens, fucking fish people.
What do we think about aliens, illegal and from outer space? All of
them. Both. So we're excited. We have a couple of questions that we're going to definitely have on tonight, but also more importantly, we are celebrating. Today is the final Thursday, right? We are celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the No Justice collab that my buddy Unworthy Collector put together a year ago. And man, he's put in so much hard work and so much dedication into this collaboration. And when I tell you, and I said this during the pre-show, man, those toy photographers, they really came out swinging like Tyson. Not like Jake Paul, like Tyson. You guys have been pumping out some awesome fucking photos, some amazing photos all throughout the year. You guys have been doing great, whether it was the ladies, the vixens, whether it was a Superman collab, whether it's the villains, whatever it was, you guys have just been killing it. So tonight, Unworthy, what do we have planned for tonight, though? Because this is your thing.
Man. And I'm going to showcase a bunch of the pictures. I'm going to try to showcase as many pictures as I can. Some of them we've already showcased, but we're going to keep showing them off.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a giveaway for the end of the show for everyone
Yes.
who participated for this. Giving away a $50 gift card to
Woo!
the Boys store. Redeemable online or in person. So if you happen to live, close by, you can go in person. You don't do it on. But
$50 gift card is awesome. So yeah, for whoever wins tonight, listen, congratulations. I wish I would have entered myself in this, but
well, I wouldn't have
that's
added you. I thought you did. I thought you did do a picture, and I didn't add you or myself because I did
well, I mean,
every Thursday too. And I
well, I
really
have
wouldn't mind having that $50 gift card for myself rather than giving it to somebody.
seriously, right? I would listen. I agree. I would love to just participate, which I have a photo planned out for you tonight, so I'm definitely going to post that after the show tonight. But I am okay not being in the giveaway because again, these folks have been pumping out so many amazing photos, and I want to give credit where credit's due. You guys have just been killing it and a worthy. Congratulations, 1 year, dude.
Thanks.
You did doing an amazing job. You put in. I know the stresses you've been going through because we would talk about it, and again, but you did it for the love of the hobby and the love of the community because that's what you do, and you've been that guy. So congratulations, dude. Round of applause for Mr. Unworthy Collector. All right, so
Much appreciated.
the chat's here. I gotta take these off because I don't know what the hell's going on. My eyes are feeling. I'll put them back on later. But the chat's here. I want to say what's up to the chat. They have been waiting nice and patiently. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it up. So let's say hi to them. We got Mr. Jedi Jack in the house. What's going on, Jedi Jack? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got the host of the Weekly Habit, everybody's favorite dad, Mr. Cobra Dad, one of the hosts of Hoodcast AF. What's up, Cobra Dad? We have one of the hosts of Latin Legions on Sundays, Mr. Tony Toybox. What's going on, buddy? Welcome to the show. We got our homie Toyota Unlimited. What's going on, buddy? Welcome, welcome. He says, "What's up, you pretty little bitches? What's going on, dude?" And then we got we got Collector 425. What's going on, dude? One of the grown ass men reminding you that they are outside. They are outside. Oh. We got Vico Sands in the house, who also has a show on Mondays with Across the Toy Multiverse and Raven's Eye Studios. Go check out their live on IG. They talk toys and all types of stuff. Awesome show. You guys are doing an awesome job. Awesome job. Oh, yeah. We got Mr. Blitz Figs in the house. What's going on, Benny? What's going on, dude? Hey, one of the hosts of Lazy Boys and one of the hosts of the Pick Bar. Go check them out on Wednesdays and Sundays. They have the top 10 episode for the top 10 toys this weekend. So I'm excited for that. We got our homemade Diggs Figs. What's going on, Dig Figs? What's going on? Welcome, welcome.
Oh, man. Yeah, we're going to do some haunted episodes pretty soon, I'm thinking.
Yeah. So we're super excited. Again, everybody that's on, thank you for joining us. We have a special episode. We got some trending topics. We're going to do the Q&A questions. Like Unworthy said, we're going to be celebrating the 1 year anniversary, and we're going to be doing a giveaway tonight. So we're super excited. So don't miss out, man. But awesome, man. I'm pumped for tonight. I'm excited.
Yeah, I put it out there on my story and on the AWA page story for everybody to send in questions. So I got a whole slideshow of questions that people wanted to ask us, and we're going to answer.
Let's do it.
We're going to give you all of our honest answers. But as always, we like to start off with a warm-up question. And this, Danny, I think is going to be something that you will have a lot to say about. And anybody in the chat, feel free to answer too. The question to start out tonight is, does kayfabe still matter in professional wrestling? For anybody who is a layman, don't know all the lingo exactly, kayfabe is when somebody keeps their character nonstop. Like Undertaker would be Undertaker even if he was on the plane. You know what I mean? Hulk Hogan was a Hulkamaniac even if he was in Wendy's bathroom.
MJF.
Hulk of shit. You know what I mean?
MJF. All the cons.
MJF. Asshole all the time. No matter.
All the time. So that's a really, really great question. I think I've talked about this. Got a shout out. Our PR department is here. Danny likes to eat Snickers. He says Danny likes to eat Snickers upside down to feel the veiny texture. Thank you.
Is that wrong? Not how you're supposed to do it.
Thank you, Bill. But that's a great question because I have definitely had conversations about this before. In this era, not so much depending on what character you are. Like MJF could get away with that because that's an easy character. You could be an asshole
Yeah.
either way. Like, you don't have
I
to
think he
be a
just acts
wrestler.
like himself. I think
Yeah,
he's
you
just
got
a normal
yeah,
douchebag of a human.
exactly. So it's like you can be that person, but like it's really hard for like people like the Undertaker in this era because again we grew up in the gimmick era, right? Where remember the
Right.
Undertaker would he would like wrestle when he was no Undertaker would wrestle on Superstars or main event, and after he defeated somebody he would put them in the body bags. Growing up I thought that shit was real. I was
Yeah.
like
We're never
he's
going to see Jake the Snake again.
KJ Smith, what's going on? Highly posable
KJ.
host, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, so I used to really think, I used to be like, this dude is committing murder, mass murder on live television or pre recorded, and nobody's arresting him because he's the fucking Undertaker.
Yeah.
I used to believe that. Even like Papa Shango. Remember when Papa Shango came out and he put the Ultimate Warrior, he did a curse on the Ultimate Warrior and he's like puking.
Yeah.
I believe that shit. I got sick when I was watching. I got sick to my stomach. I was like, I felt that because I felt like one of the warriors so at that time. And I'm like, I feel that shit. That shit hurt. So I don't know, man. I think my answer to that question, which is a great question, is that it depends on what character you have. If you're one of those, yeah, like if you're like anything like gimmicky, it's kind of hard and it doesn't really matter. Like you can't, I mean, they also have lives too. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
And we're in a day and age in wrestling where the characters that people are playing are not always as outlandish as they used to be. Like
Exactly.
MJF is just a prick.
Hmm.
Alistair Black, Malachi Black, that one's one of those ones where it's like, he kind of already is that god.
Doesn't mass murder mean more than one person? Yeah, he killed more than one person. Well, listen, I was growing up. Take it easy on me. Just like bingo.
So I feel like kayfabe doesn't matter as much as far as characters anymore as it does. It's still important, I think, as far as like feuds. Like
Yeah,
I don't want to see Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes chumming it up, buddy in some way before WrestleMania. I don't want to see those
yeah,
two hanging out, eating dinner
yeah.
together. I
No.
feuds is one thing, like, but as with characters, I don't think it's as important. And the whole reason I bring this question up is
Okay.
because of this picture I'd like to show here.
Okay. Oh.
This is Bo Dallas, Joe Gacy, Eric Rowan. I can't think of what the hell the other Dexter Loomis and
Mm-hmm.
Nikki Cross.
Yep.
These are the Wyatt Six,
Yep.
SICKS 6. So this was the same night that they supposedly assaulted brutally everybody on the Raw roster.
They caused mass murder
Yeah.
in
Killed
Gorilla. Yeah.
Chad Gable. Most people were concerned Chad Gable was never going to return. And then here they were, just a couple hours removed, taking pictures. I blurred the dude's face out, the fan's face out, because
Yeah.
this isn't my picture. I don't want to get in any trouble. But here they are, fresh off of mass murder. You get work up a hell of an appetite. You got to stop at Whataburger right after you
Yeah.
mass murder and take your mask off.
Can I just say that the guy with the blur face is probably one of the scalpers that we know? And he's like, after I left Wall Target looking for those McFarlane toys, I stopped by and I ran into the Wide Six.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's I mean, what do you do in that situation? I mean, it can be something. I mean, I could see why some folks would be upset because they just debuted these characters and but what were they supposed to do? Not take a photo with a fan because he knew who
Right.
they were? He probably
And
didn't even watch Raw that day. He was like, "Oh my god, it's Bo Dallas. Let me take a photo with Bo Dallas." He probably didn't even know.
and
So it's
see, the
like,
thing too is like, in this day and age, we have the internet. We knew
ex-
before 3 hours before this, they hadn't even debuted as the characters, but we knew all those people were going to be those.
exactly.
So like, I think kayfabe it's a necessity for certain things, but I think stuff like
It,
this, it gets blown out of proportion.
well, Mark Henry made a big thing about it. He said it was disrespectful that they spent so much money on like bringing these characters for them to like take a photo with a fan at the Wahlberg. I'm like,
are you happy? Do you even remember what day it is? Who are you?
I'm having computer problems.
Yeah, you are. How did you feel about the sleepover?
It felt like I was
The only one.
that didn't know we weren't actually sleeping over. Like it was a big fucking joke, and I was the only one that didn't know. And
Nobody.
he wanted to snuggle Skelly as bad as I did.
Tell me, how many Batmans do you think Uncle Todd will release this year?
What does that have to do with anything? He'll probably put out a lot though. He's got a couple new Batmobiles coming out.
Do you ever just hop to?
Hawk 2? Like, spit on that thing? Did you see a seafood boil?
Yes, I did.
okay, all right. Back to kayfabe. Wow. I don't know what happened here, guys. It's like, yeah, it's like we're having
First of all,
technical.
those were private conversations that we were having.
We were never, yeah, like who the hell fucking hacked our stuff? PR, help us here. Let us know what the hell's going on.
Bill, do your
Bill?
fucking job. We're getting our system hacked here.
wow. That's super intimate. All right, well, whatever. But back to kayfabe. So what do you think? Like, how do you think of the photo? Worthy? Do you think the photo was a bit do you think they did a little too much in that photo?
Now, I guess I can agree sort of with Mark Henry and Bully Ray. Like they did spend a lot of money. WWE spent a lot of
Okay.
money setting this up, and you do probably want to preserve it a little bit by maybe not being caught in Whataburger. But at the same time, this isn't the same. This ain't the '80s and the '90s where it was okay to be
No.
a dickhead to your fans. Somebody comes
No,
up.
I agree.
You know, you
No,
kind every little thing famous people do is under microscope and under scrutiny. So it's like if they told this fan to fuck off, we weren't taking a picture. That's what's gonna be in the headlines instead of the picture. You know,
says on where they got coming.
I did. It's still pink too. 9 months.
Oh man, it's sorry, it looked like a legit ladybug site. Oh man. Hey guys, we those are like, I don't know what, that's like an intimate like thing we never wanted to show you guys, but like please judge free. All right. We have our demons, we battle our demons. So you just
Sometimes
bear with us. Okay.
Sometimes we get our demons out on camera with each other. You know what I mean?
Exactly. They're with us all the time. Well, that's one of the questions for tonight. Well, wait, I'm gonna start that question. We'll say that. So, one of the things that I was gonna say about the kayfabe stuff too, and I've said this before, and Ric Flair actually said this in a podcast where a lot of like their personal lives stuff that goes on was very personal back then. You didn't hear about like beefs. Like you would never hear back then about like CM Punk stuff. You would never hear about none of
Right,
that.
right.
You would never hear about like Hulk Hogan having a threesome with Warrior's wife and his wife. Like you would never hear about stuff like
Right.
that.
You wouldn't hear
Or
about
Stephanie,
Macho Man putting it to Stephanie McMahon. Yeah.
exactly. You wouldn't hear about stuff like that. Now we're living in a day and age where like the power of a phone, the power of the internet, it's just like it has everybody's lives there, right? Like you like one little photo, one little rumor could just spread like a disease, right? Like the white six, it could spread, right? And people, so it's easy for now. So it kind of makes kayfabe kind of hard now too, because it's like you want to like you want to believe the character, but then all this personal shit that they're going through, or
Right,
you
like,
start assuming.
Back in the day, you wouldn't have heard this stuff on the news about Brock Lesnar taking a dump on Vince McMahon's secretary's chest. Like you wouldn't have heard about that. So now that we all know about that, it's hard to look at Brock Lesnar the same.
Exactly, I agree, and it's like, I mean, I
think that guy eats whole cows for lunch. So imagine the size of shit he dropped on that fucking lady.
You think he F5'd it? As soon as he was done, he grabbed it and doing an F5s on it. Yeah, you can't.
What's that stretch muffler? He put it right in the stretch muffler.
Yeah, like kayfabe is really hard now. It's hard. Again, it depends on the character. I think it's wrong for them to take a photo with a fan after they debuted it? No, absolutely not. Fucking Bray Wyatt was out signing autographs as he was the Fiend. Like nobody said anything to him. Nobody talked shit to him when we were doing it.
Thing too is like these guys could have, the Wyatt Six, those characters, those people, they could have, done the right thing. I mean, they could have said to this guy, "Yeah, sure, listen, man, we'll take a picture, but let's not post it anywhere. Keep it. That's a memory for you. Don't post it."
Mm-hmm.
And then the fucking dickhead, you're probably right. He probably is a fucking scalper. And he posted it.
He just probably posted it and probably got a bunch of people that like maybe even sold the fucking photo. You know that you could sell photos to some of these people and they'll buy it. But I wanted to showcase one of Blitz's questions. Well, not a question. He says, "Calling it now. Reigns comes back, beats Bloodline Rhodes, gets unused, turns heel. Reigns wins the title back at the Rumble, fights The Rock for head of the table mania." Okay, hey, listen. That head of the table story is starting to get really interesting now that they have Jacob Fatu now, part of the bloodline. Zilla Fatu's teasing that he's next to come in to the show. So I don't know, man. It's weird. So it's kind of like one of those like anything could happen, man. Cobra Dash says it's kind of like without Hoodcast, no, I would be here with this show. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Yeah, sure. We got Kyle the Collector. What's going on, dude? Welcome. He says that guy was going to post it no matter what. Absolutely. I would.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you? If you
honestly no. Like if I ran into Bo Dallas, if I ran into those guys, especially that night, and they were like, "Yeah, man, we'll take a picture, but let's not post it," I'd say, "All right, no problem."
But my question is this:
I'd be sharing it with all of you. That's the problem, though. I'd be sharing it with all of my friends. Like I wouldn't be posting it. I'd be sharing it in the group chats, and then somebody else would save it. So
my thing is, it's like, how do we know? And honestly, he probably did know. What if it's a situation where you didn't watch Raw for a while? You haven't been watching Raw in a while. You run into a Wahlburger.
That guy was waiting outside of Whataburger. Like, I know we're only 2 blocks from the stadium. Somebody's gonna show up.
He said, "Fuck these."
Not Chad Gable. He's dead.
He said, "Fuck these classifieds. I'm gonna go take a picture with them. That's gonna make me some more money." Well, I'm just saying, with me, like that stuff could happen too. You could run into like someone and take a photo with them and not know that they were out. I think I'm just trying to make excuses.
Well, I want to show this comment here from Cal. The only way to protect the gimmick is to not take the pic, and I will respectfully disagree because I think this is going to be a completely different gimmick. This isn't going to be a supernatural superpower like Alexa Bliss using her little voodoo dolls. People fucking tap out and be pinned and shit. I think what we're going to see is it's going to be very hard to make people not like this group these guys, WWE's gonna have a very hard time making these guys be healed. So I think these are
Yeah.
gonna be almost sympathetic faces where they're gonna
Yeah.
share these stories each week of each
Yeah.
person being interviewed by Uncle Howdy, and they're gonna give these sympathetic stories of like why they flocked to this family setting. And it's going to be hard to hate them, and they're going to be faces. So them having their
Hmm.
human side and being out in public and taking pictures with fans, I don't think it's going to hurt them. I think the gimmick is only going to get stronger as long as they do not lean too hard
Yeah.
into the supernatural
Yeah.
possession and fucking
Hmm.
power shit. Like they need to, and you know what? The best thing they could do is have these guys continue to lose. Like, okay,
Yeah.
so you're the Wyatts now, and you're the Wyatt Six now, and you're these big faction
Yeah.
badasses, right? And you're fighting for redemption and a swan song, and you're fighting to get some wins under your
Swan song.
belt finally, and getting some notoriety, but you continue to lose,
Yeah.
and that's going to continue to get this fucking the fan base over,
Hmm.
or get these guys over and get the fan base on their side. So
Yeah.
yeah, if you were going for like this unstoppable force gimmick, sure, don't take the picture. Go through the
Yeah.
drive-through. Don't even go in the restaurant because you don't want to
Mhm.
ruin it. But I think if
Mm.
you play this the right way, you're a human, because they know they have to take the masks off and wrestle.
Yeah.
So you know what if
Mhm.
that's what they do? They spend all this time in the character match, but then when the match starts, it's no match. It's no longer Huskus the
Yeah.
Big Boy. It's Joe Gacy again. And
They're
Joe
yeah.
Gacy loses again.
Yeah.
Nikki Cross takes off the Sister Abigail match and loses.
Hmm.
I think that's how they're gonna. I think
I
that would
mean,
be a good way for them to build these.
that's
Is have them
that's
lose.
that is the approach that I hope that they do too, because that's one of the things that I felt like hurt Bray's character a lot when he lost to Goldberg, right? He was like this unstoppable force. But then it is true, like how long can you be unstoppable until you get defeated, and then that kind of kills the momentum of that character, right? The Undertaker was probably one of those people that could pull something off, but again, that was a different era. That was a whole different era. Goldberg being able to do that was a different era to do it. You know what I'm saying? Jade Cargill
Nobody
doing
wants
it
to
in
see
AEW.
somebody winning all the time anymore. I mean, look at Roman
No,
Reigns. Everybody wanted Roman Reigns to lose so fucking bad, and now he's lost and he's gone, and everybody. That's all people do is fucking chant, "We want Roman."
says Goldberg is trash, dude. I agree.
He
I was
really
never a fan of.
fucking
I
guy
was
is
never a
a
fan.
living garbage bag.
I was never a fan of Goldberg. I like Gilbert. Gilbert was dope. Gilbert was the best. When they used to come with the sparklers out, remember? They used to have the little sparklers out for him. Gilbert was the
You know
man.
what match they should have done is they should have had Ralphus. They should have had Ralphus from
Yeah,
Jericho's old fat bodyguard. Ralphus versus
yeah.
Gilbert. That would have been a fucking great.
That would have been a great, yeah. That would have been definitely a good match. No, but that's a perfect. He says, doing the clown of the.
Doink, doink the clown.
Well, that's a good segue into the thing, because I know on Raw they had a promo, right? There was a promo with Tyler Wyndham and
Mhm.
Bo Dallas. He had a promo for all those who are watching wrestling. He had his first promo, which revealed that I think they're going into the split personality gimmick thing, like Bray, which works for me. I'm for it 100%. I'm not for the him just being Uncle Howdy. Like, I'd rather him be like, it's kind of like the Fiend. It's kind of like a split personality where I kind of got a lot of like the Wyatt family vibes mixed in with with the Fiend stuff. Like, I got a lot of that. But man, what a fucking promo. What a fucking promo. If he didn't sell that, like, he sold that faction so well in that one promo. And this is my opinion. He sold it so well where he took like that personal, like, it's a personal thing that's real, that he lost his brother, but he's taking this and he's going another level. Like, he's actually taking real pain and using it. And I love that Uncle Howdy asked him about, like, do you feel like you're exploiting your brother's legacy? Because he was getting a lot of backlash for that bullshit
Yeah,
too. Where they're like saying like WWE was like they were like using his death to sell the YS6. It's like, it's his brother. It's not like it's a random fucking
Not like they
person.
handed it to somebody else.
No, they gave it to the man that needed, the guy that basically came up with him in the WWE. They were They were tag team champions at one point in what was it, NXT or one of the indies or something like that. They were together. They
Yeah.
came up together. So it's like, why not give that character and that faction to him? Why not let him take the lead and take the wheel to that
Right.
faction
And
that
Bo has
storyline?
been Bo was right with him from the time he returned. When Bray left after WrestleMania and then came back with the whole, like, Bo has been Uncle Howdy from the start. So
Yeah, it's like, are you surprised that, like, I agree. He's been doing, that's what they were doing together. They were working together. They were doing these stories together. So he was getting a lot of backlash at it. And even like the promo was like, some people didn't like the fact that, like, they show Bo Dallas. And it's not Bo Dallas who you're looking at. We know him as Bo Dallas,
And
but
hey,
that's
listen, it's okay for you to say, it's okay for you to call me out because I was the one that said I don't think I needed to see Bo Dallas right away. I don't think I needed to see that.
no.
But
And I
after
respect,
watching it a few more times, boy, I'm fully on board.
yeah.
He hit
It,
the home run, man. He
he
nailed
that one part where he's like, nobody's hurting the way I hurt. Like, nobody's hurting. Like, him saying that, like, I was like, yeah, you're a fuck. And like the way he sold that character, and that's the kind of shit that I wanted to see. I was like, man, if they utilize him not being the jolly Bray Wyatt from the fire, that's another thing too. He was getting interviewed at the Firefly Funhouse,
it. Yeah.
which made everything, like, sealed the deal for me. But one of
Which
the things
I
that I
didn't
love,
catch that for like the
yeah,
third time. I didn't catch that where they were.
yeah. So one of the things that I always said that I wanted them to do was to take him and make him, like, make it like a split personality. Like, he's damaged. They're the sick. So they're all like, they all been through, like, I don't know if you've read like some of the letters he's written to the members. He wrote letters. Like, I know
Yeah, yeah.
Eric Rowan, he wrote about him losing his partner, and you know, and then Gacy losing his group, like his family, and then also Loomis losing his faction and his lady kind of leaving him, and then Nikki Cross not having friends and nobody really wanted to be her friend, and she had to become this person. So these are all people who are broken already. And he's taking that and he's taking his stuff and he's making it like, all right, we're all broken from something. So I could kind of see that, and I hope that's what they do. I hope they take these characters and they split them. Like, they make them like, those are like their split personalities, but like who they are, who they really are is going to come out. And you can get either way. You get either one. You get either the pig or you get fucking Gacy. You get
Right.
the
And that's the thing is I hope that they everybody has the criticisms that I keep seeing is, they have to not be supernatural. They have to take the fucking masks off. There has to be a match. They might not have to take the mask off, but there has
Yeah.
to be a match. The bell
Yeah.
has to ring, and there has to be a match where they stick to the rules of a match.
yeah.
And if you think about the Wyatts, the original Wyatt team,
Yep.
they all came out in the mask, the sheep mask, the goat
Mhm.
mask, and then they took the masks off and
And
they
they
wrestled.
wrestled. Yeah.
And they wrestled good matches. They lost most of the time, but they wrestled good matches.
Yeah.
But their glory and the success in their characters never came from them winning big matches and winning
No.
titles anyway.
I agree.
So
I agree.
as long as I think they need to stick to that with the Wyatt Six rather than go start running ruckshot on the whole fucking roster
Mhm.
on both brands and taking all the
Yeah.
titles. Like, they don't need the fucking titles. They don't need to. We don't need to see a title on those guys at
No.
all.
No, not at all. I mean, we can at some point, but like I said, let them cook for a little bit. Let them be like the Wyatt family. Let them be like these like people. And again, it's not. And that's another thing that I've read. This is a faction that doesn't need to stay. It works. They don't need to stay in one brand. They could spread. They've been on fucking. They've shut down Pat McAfee's show. Like, they are spread everywhere. They could go to any show anytime. They could go to NXT. They could go to anything, any of the like the podcast. They could go to the press conferences if they want. That's what works with them. That's why I hope they do, where they don't just keep them in one show, right? One brand. Just spread them out, because again, a lot of these characters have beef with a lot of these other fucking people from different spots, so it works. So I'm with you. I hope that, yeah.
And one last little sub topic off of this kayfabe and all this that we've gotten into. before we get into the Q&A and all that.
Q&A questions.
Who do you think is going to be the sixth member, or do you think six is just the way that they're spelling it, SICK? It's not actually the number,
Who do I think is going to be the sixth?
or do you think there won't be a sixth?
I personally feel that the last member to this faction may be Chad Gable. I'm just saying that. I'm throwing a curveball here because I may be wrong. It may be Chad Gable, because Chad Gable right now is going through the whole, like, he wanted to win the title. They're going after him, but then his crew, he wants to be back with his crew, but they don't want him back. But I could be wrong. He could end up with that other team, which is really good.
Yeah,
but I honestly feel that they should not have a sixth member. The sixth member should be Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt should be the sixth. He's the one who kind of created this, so he should be like he's the new Sister Abigail, if you think about it. He's the new Sister Abigail. Sister Abigail was portrayed as this entity that nobody saw. It was an entity that was controlling Bray Wyatt. It was controlling the Wyatt family. It's controlling the Fiend. Bray Wyatt now, unfortunately, because of his passing, is the new Sister Abigail. He is the sixth member. He is what motivates these people. Uncle Howdy, he motivates all these people. These are all his things. So I see him being the sixth. I feel like it could be Chad Gable. I don't want it to be Chad Gable, but I feel like it should only be Bray. Bray should be the one to be like, they're sick. They're not six, because the six is really like, they're including Bray. They just don't have him around. He's like Sister Abigail. So
I would have to say I agree.
Alexa or just Bray Spear. Yep, I agree.
Either Bray or either Alexa or Braun. I don't think either of those options are good options. I definitely don't see Chad Gable as a good option. I think Chad Gable would be better off doing kind of like a Team Angle run with the what are those brothers' names there? They just came up from NXT. And the fucking smoking hot chick there, Ivy Neal.
I don't know their names. I don't know.
I can't think of their names either, but they're a hell of them talented. They're incredibly talented wrestlers, these brothers. And Ivy Nile is definitely a talented young lady too. I think Chad Gable would have an awesome heel run as like the Kurt Angle of the Team Angle with Benjamin and Oscar. Good. And if you think about the Bray Wyatt gimmick when he first came out with the Fiend, it was all about hurt and heel. Like he would, people changed after they had feuds.
Yeah.
The Finn Balor was like squandering away and squandered away on the mid card.
I'd like to see Danny DeVito.
He had the first match with the Fiend. Fiend crushed him, and then Finn was gone for a while. Came back on NXT. Came back revamped as the Prince.
Yeah, so I agree.
I definitely think that they should have nobody join. Braun's a bad choice. Alexa's a bad choice. I think they should stick with.
He says, "You wrestling guys crack me up. You realize it's scripted soap opera for men, right?" Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, what do you think we're fucking talking about?
What? No, really? What's that guy from that joke? It's
we
still real,
about Guiding Light, baby.
Oh man, Toya, you're funny. No, I agree, and but you know what's funny too? That's another little thing that I little hints that I noticed. You notice they have the red circles on each of their There's a part in their outfits that have the red circle. Uncle Howdy has it on his hat. Nikki Cross has it on her boots.
Casey's got it on his gas mask.
On his gas mask, and then Loomis has it behind his jacket, and then Rowan has it on his hammer. But also too, like, where does he wears Uncle Howdy wears the Bray glove? It's not hurt or heal. It says Bray on it. But wasn't that the spot where it was hurt? Wasn't that the spot where the hurt glove would go? So they're taking like hurt and they reversed it into. It's like little things I pay attention to.
Oh yeah, it would be on his right hand, right?
Yeah, it would be the hurt glove. Yeah. So they have Bray for the hurt in the hurt sides because he's heard about that. So that's kind of like a nice, like again, it's like these nice little Easter eggs.
Poetic,
yeah, it's poetic. Jedi Jack says, I say we have a wrestling match at Legion's Con for 8. Yeah, dude, absolutely. I agree. I have the title back here. We definitely
Oh,
should have
you
a wrestling match.
only have the title for now.
I'm gonna I have the title, so I said the minute I bought a title, get the tables, we're going at it, and but we have to do it right in front of the Ewok table. Like we gotta do it in front of there. I just feel primal, and I feel like an animal, so we have to do it right.
I'm gonna talk to Uncle Chubsy and see if it's all right for me to slam you through his table.
He's like, just put the flyers on the front, just do it. He says he'll bring the wrestling tights.
Oh,
Okay?
you better. You can't just put that out in the world and then not follow through.
Bill says bra and panties match. Hey, if you send them, Bill, you got them. But yeah, but I'm excited. I'm excited with the direction that they're going with it. Again, I've been looking forward to this for a while. Bray was one of my favorite new era wrestlers. It was sucked when he passed away. I'm looking forward to see what they do with here. I hope it works.
Yep.
I hope they stick to something good. And again, wrestling, it's been fun. It's been really, really fun.
Absolutely.
He says, Cobra says, a wrestling match? Yeah. It's too bad you're on the West Coast, Cobra. I would love to powerbomb your ass on a fucking table. I would love to.
You got busted ribs from falling on top of falling. Listen.
Oh. me and you, like, as soon as we see him, like, we don't say anything. We grab him, we put the table, we make sure he like comes to the table, means it, and we like do the 3D on him.
Spread his
right.
legs.
Oh man. That man, what's going on, dude? Welcome. So yeah, but again, I'm enjoying where wrestling is going now. It's becoming fun, and that's what I wanted. I wanted wrestling to become fun, and I'm happy with the direction. I'm excited for Roman to come. I'm excited for all that stuff. So let's keep wrestling alive. Wrestling.
It's been a lot of fun with the direction WWE's been able to go with.
He said you got to book the Hood Mania champ. Yeah. Listen, Cobra, I like you, man, but like you wouldn't be champion for long if I was on the West Coast. You would not be champion. No, you wouldn't. I would take that title easy.
All right. Well, anyhow,
there we go.
So, like we said at the top of the show, we asked everybody to give us
Q&A.
some questions for some Q&A for everybody to get to know us and our opinions on things. And it became pretty clear pretty quick that maybe some people shouldn't want to hear our opinions on certain things.
Yeah.
So, without any further ado, how you feel about getting into some Q&A from the viewers?
I'm excited. I hope that you guys like our answers because I'm going to be truthfully honest about everything, whether it's silly or not silly. But
I'm glad that you hope they like them because I, for one, really don't give a shit if you like them or not.
I also have 2 starred questions from Unboxing Art. Unboxing Art, I'm not going to ignore your... He says, I would pay anything to see Danny get Cobra elected. He says, I want to make a Ravishing look alike. Yeah, dude, it'd be dope. Get some tights like Ravishing Rick Rude. I remember he used to put like Elizabeth on it. Just put me and Unworthy's face on your pants. That'd be great.
One on each cheek.
That'd be perfect. All right, let's go into this Q&A question. Let's see what you guys have. All right.
And these are all anonymous, by the way. We're not going to say who asked what. So, first question. What's it like being the new and improved bad boys of podcasts? I'll go ahead and answer that first. I didn't know that we were new or improved. I just think we were very good at being very naughty.
Yeah.
Rowdy.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. That's what it's like. It's awesome being...
So when they say bad boys of a podcast, I don't feel like we're a podcast. I feel like we're just a show, right? Most podcasts are like, I feel when I socialize podcasts, I always think of like you listen to it, like, right? I mean, you can listen to us, but we do a lot of visual stuff. So we're more. I would never consider us as a podcast, but I mean,
try listening to that little fucking Uncle Howdy spoof bit we did. Try listening to it. It doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense. It's not going to make sense to you. We like to have visuals, and we like to we also like to show you guys our face, right? We like to interact because we're not, we like to interact with you guys. We like to see the real us, right? Because we pretend to be these personas all these names that we call ourselves. That's my name is not real. I'm Danny. I'm not Toy Addict 17. All right, that's just something I came up with to take photos because I was bored. So Danny can't jump. Hey, listen, if I go to the West Coast, I'll show you. I don't need to jump.
Neither can you, Cobra.
Neither can. But as far as the question, hey man, we're just here to have a good time, man. And we as you guys know, we show everybody love, and we try to make it fun for what did it make sense to we just love to have fun and have a good time, and you know what I'm saying. And hey, if that's what you feel like we are, thank you. That's an honor. We appreciate that, and I hope you're enjoying what we do. But yeah, and I don't think we've been doing this we were doing this long before like we had a show.
Yeah.
We were doing this long before that.
Yeah, I mean
this is a great question.
We have a natural propensity to be bad boys.
Yeah.
I for one like to stay up until midnight.
Same brothers.
Here on a work night. Don't get much better than that.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I just love hanging out with you guys, and hope we're delivering for you guys. And again, we're not here to become YouTube famous. We're here to just have a nice Thursday and have a good time and shoot the shit with you guys and do silly, stupid things because that's what we do. We're not trying to be like anybody. We don't want to be like anybody. Everything that we do is original. And if you don't believe that, then go eat a hot Taki.
Cram a hot Taki in your pee hole.
All right. That's a good question, though. Great question.
And here's a more serious question. What is your best way to handle lighting? Depends on what I'm trying to light, honestly.
Yeah.
A candle, definitely I hold, my hand, I'll cup my hand over the top generally so that, if I have a fan or if the window's open, breeze can't blow it out. I'm trying to light that. That's the best way I handle it. See what I did there.
Yeah.
If I am trying to light a flashlight, it's pretty easy. Just click the button forward or backwards. Some of them are pushing buttons. You never know what kind of flashlight you're going to have in your hand.
Yeah.
So it's being able to adapt easily is key. Key with flashlights. How about you, Danny?
Our PR says everything is original except when you show movie clips, they shut you down. Yeah, that's probably the only thing. I was honestly, and that unworthy. Those are all real. Those are all great answers. The way I handle lighting, if they meant toy photography.
Oh shit, that's right. That's probably what they meant, isn't it?
That's probably what they meant. What is the best way to handle lighting? Honestly, with me, lighting is like the biggest thing for me when it comes to toy photography. Like, I do a lot of dark shots, so I like to capture a lot of shadows, and that's big one. That's one of my biggest things in like toy photography. Like over like posing, over like dials, or it's always going to be the lighting because if your lighting is not good, then it kind of defeats the purpose, right? So I honestly like there's times where I'll grab like one of those cubes or one of those like Ulanzi lights, and I'll spend a few minutes like kind of like moving it around to see where it captures like good shadow, but it captures a good spot on a figure or statue, whatever I'm taking photos of. So honestly, it really just takes practice. The best way to handle lighting is just kind of doing your own thing and coming up with your own style and understand that it's not something that you're gonna like perfect because I'm not a perfectionist. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm not a professional. There's people out there that do amazing lighting. I sometimes use one light and it just works. You know what I'm saying? Again, it also depends on the photo that you're doing. If you're doing a photo where it has to be bright, yeah, and you don't have to spend too much fucking money on light anyway. Like I say, buy some cheap ones and use them to the best of your ability. And if you have the legit ones, like I said, look at some tutorials. There's Sir Dork who has the great ones. There's Unworthy does great lighting. Ask Unworthy. You can always ask me. There's so many people that do great.
Now
lighting.
Now that I know what you're talking about, I do have.
He'll teach Unworthy. He'll teach you how to use a flashlight. He'll teach you how to use a match. He'll teach you how to do all that stuff. But yeah, as far as lighting, it really depends on what kind of scene you're trying to create or what details they're trying to capture in whatever you're taking a photo of. So it just takes practice. And again, it sometimes for me it takes 20 minutes for me to figure out that the lighting is perfect. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's not perfect, and I got to start all over. So that's my answer for
And
that.
I think now that I can be serious,
Mhm.
for toy photography especially, um, being cognizant and knowing where
Mm.
shadows should be,
Yeah.
or like how glare is going to, especially if you do a lot of stuff in post editing, knowing where the glare is going to be and knowing how to
Mhm.
get rid of the glare can be a fucking nightmare. You can have a beautifully shot picture, beautifully set up,
Yeah.
very well lit, but then your figure, if it's got a glass piece on the front or like a
Yeah.
reflective piece on the front,
Yeah.
or it's just shiny plastic and the light fucking reflects off of it, and you see your light in on the plastic of the figure. Knowing how that's going to look in post before you
Mhm.
tear your setup down is definitely
Yeah.
important. And being able to soften your light. I use a lot of flashlights or not flashlights, light cubes and light bricks, and they're
Mhm.
very harsh, very bright lights.
Yeah.
Being able to soften those lights is key to not getting that glare and that reflection.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
use foam board. I go to the Dollar General in town,
Yep. Mhm.
and they have these white foam plastic or white
Yeah.
foam poster boards. I
Mhm.
get those and I fucking cut them up to the size I need.
Yeah.
I sometimes I will have my light on a tripod, and I will take that piece of foam and I'll fucking tape that bitch right to the light so that
Mhm.
it softens the light and it kind of spreads the light. And then you find that your light doesn't need to be as bright.
Yeah. I
Softening
agree.
it that way, you can have it a lot lower setting of a light, and that foam like spreads the light.
Yeah.
Lighting is
Uh
definitely a tricky thing.
no, absolutely. Debbie says portraits is the best way to help you understand how light works, hands down. Yeah, I agree.
Yes,
I agree
absolutely.
100% because that's a lot of like my photos are always portraits. Collector, thank you so much. Toyata's been doing the thing and the horror shots great. Like, hey, I'm trying, man. I'm not perfect. There's a lot of great horror toy photographers or horror people, but I appreciate that. Thank you. It's he says Toyara says get those Ulanzis, y'all. Small, cheap. Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't have to be like those. Don't spend fucking hundreds of dollars on Luke Q's. Get some Ulanzi lights. Prime Day is gonna come pretty soon. We're gonna have Prime Week or whatever month on Amazon. Buy yourself a bunch of fucking Ulanzi lights. Those work just as well, and they last longer. Last way longer than
Yeah, listen,
LED lights.
I got these little brick lights here.
Yeah, you're
They're
beautiful
from
too, Pat.
fucking. They're from. Oh, thank you, Pat. That was so nice of you. These are from Walmart. These fucking things. They're
Mhm.
$30. They're RGB. They got all kinds of different settings. You can
Yeah,
pulse light them. These fucking things I spent $30 on. I have like 5 of them, and they're cheaper than the Ulanzis, and they work just as good. They're easy to set up. They got the little fucking portholes in the bottom of them for
mm-hmm.
putting right on a tripod. They got them
There
on
you
the
go.
bottom and on the side. All kinds of different settings: brightness, soft light, bright light.
See,
These fucking things are worth it. $30.
yeah,
I ain't got to
Ulanzi
spend
lights are the way to go,
crazy
100%.
amount of money on light.
That's true. So Ulanzi lights are the way to go 100%. Yeah, dude. If you listen, it doesn't matter. As long as it doesn't matter what lights you have. It's just as long as you have good light and know where to place it. And our PR department says Unworthy will teach you how to use a flashlight. Awesome show
Yep.
now.
So here's what I usually do. Let me just grab it over here. Actually, we'll save that for the Patreon.
All right. Also, question. There you go. I hope we helped with that question.
Yeah, definitely. And but also if you're talking about a candle, because it's not clear. I don't know if this guy was talking about a candle. Definitely
Right.
keep the hand over. Don't so close that you burn your hand. But you
Get a
can.
lantern. Get a lantern. Just walk around with a lantern in the house. All right, what
Next
else we got?
question: do you have any inanimate objects that you've named? Car, plant, computer, etc.?
Yes. Yes. I named my car Gloria. My car, I named her Gloria. You know what's funny? All the cars that I've had have been all Gloria. Like she like evolves. Like I had a Honda once. Her name was Gloria. I had a Honda Odyssey. I had a small Honda Accord. And then I had an Odyssey. They were both Gloria. Now I have a Chevy and it's Gloria. My car is named Gloria. So don't ask me why I name it Gloria. It's just a name that I wanted to give my car, and that's what I fucking name. And you know what's funny? I'm not the only person who names it Gloria. All my friends at work, when they see me pulling out or pulling into the hospital, or even like people like at like outside, like people that I know, they'd be like, "Oh, I saw you driving by with Gloria." So like my car is Gloria. Like believe it or not, I have like 3 buddies at work that work at a different department who like when they see me, because I've known them for years, they're like, "Oh, I saw Gloria drive by, so Danny must be around." So my car's Gloria.
Gloria.
So,
Now, is
you
that like
guys,
Gloria from Madagascar? The hippo?
no, no, it's just a name that it's the quickest Latin name that I could think of. So I thought it was like Gloria was a nice name. Shane Brother says you guys do a great job with your shots. Don't downgrade. Oh, thank you, man. Listen, fucking talented. Just like you and Lynx, you guys are talented as well, man. Make sure you click those Diggs Figs Ulanzi links in this.
That's right.
Fleshlight. It says Gloria. All right. He says unworthy named is Ding Dong Earthworm Jim.
That's because it's really long. It's not very thick, but boy, that fucker is long.
Did you name anything? Do you have anything you named?
I do actually. So I have a gun. I'm not gonna say what kind of gun.
Okay.
But I have a gun that I have named Zelina because it is a small little
Zelina. Oh, Zelina. I was like, what? Wow.
It's a small little sexy Latin thing. So I named it Zelina after Zelina Vega. As a matter of fact, it came from Latin country, and it's small and compact, and boy, that fucking thing is sexy. So I call that gun Zelina.
You scared the shit out of me. I thought you said Selena. I was like, that's a bad touch.
No.
It is a Latin. That's so bad, dude. Like
no,
Zelina.
no.
I get it. Zelina. I get it. All right, I heard you. All right. Pav says lighting is the absolute maker or breaker of a pick. Mood, tone, theme, environment. It's also the most fun. You can have an incredible pose, but the touch of your lighting choice brings it out. Yeah, dude, I agree 100%. Back to lighting. You can have the best setup, the best style, the best everything. And if that lighting looks like shit, it looks like shit. It's like comics. You can have the greatest artists in the world drawing your photos. And if that story fucking sucks, it sucks. It's not a good story.
And
it's not, it breaks the.
And one quick shout out that I want to give. I know he's not on here. He doesn't watch our show. I don't even think he likes me anymore. But Sid Vicious Toys is incredible with lighting. I watch a lot of his reels and like his behind the scenes stuff. He is awesome with lighting. Definitely go check out his page because he does a little like a breakdown. And you could see where his reels are only so long, but like you can tell that dude was tweaking the fucking lights. And his lighting is always done.
Yep, I agree. Back to Path. He says, take the time, have some fun, look at it. Comic panels, vintage horror posters. Absolutely. Take inspiration from something. You see this poster back here? Big poster guy. That's where I get a lot of my portrait shots and stuff. I get a lot of inspiration from movie stills and posters. So, and I make my own stuff. So yeah, definitely. But he says 4 inches isn't long, unworthy.
Well, that was a typo when I sent it to you, Dead Man. It was supposed to say 40.
He says, I love lighting. Sure you do. You do a great job with it too. That's good. Yeah. But as far as naming, my car is Gloria. And unworthy's car is Zelina, not Selena.
Not my car. Not my car.
Oh, his pew pew.
Pew pew.
I got that from AB. He did that once, and I thought it was the dopest thing. He said pew pew. So AB, shout out to AB. And Clintastic was here, so shout out to Clintastic for man. I wanted to shout out our brother. So so it's Zelina, not Selena.
Zelina, like Zelina Vega. Maybe I ought to just start calling her Vega. So there's no fucking
yeah, you got me there because you said Selena and you said Latin. I was like, this guy's a piece of shit.
Oh, this fucking guy. No.
How dare you?
Because Selena. Well, do you get it now? Zelina Vega, she's small.
No, I know.
I
get it. Well, when you started explaining it, I understood it, but you scared me there. Like you opened old wounds. I was there. I was around. I remember when we lost, Beady Beady Bomb Bomb Girl. I remember. And not fucking J-Lo. Not that one. I'm talking about the original, the real one. Not that a-hole.
Here's to Selena.
Selena. Shout out to Selena. He says, "Oh, blushes and slams of Corona as we already like Selena." All right, great question though. There you go. Yep, it's Gloria and Zelina. That's what we have.
Next question.
2 Latin women.
Do
Do you know the
the Muffin Man? And
Yeah.
before
You
you
could catch 'em-
answer,
Yeah, it almost.
we listen. I'm going to answer this for the both of us. Okay, we are contractually obligated to not talk about the Muffin Man. We cannot confirm nor deny our knowledge of the Muffin Man, and that's as far, Danny, as we can go with this question.
Yeah, we can't talk about the Muffin Man.
It's that
Per Omworthy.
there's things that you cannot talk about on this show, and we talk about Pee Wee Herman jerking off and eating Rhea Ripley's ass, but we cannot talk about the Muffin. Okay?
Take care, buddy. Enjoy your wife. Before we continue, we have family in house. Mr. Clintastic 4.
Hey,
Welcome
hey.
to the show, buddy. I shouted you out because I saw you showed up earlier, but we were going into these things, but I wanted to make sure. Welcome home, buddy. How you doing, man? Nice to see you.
Doing great. Ironically,
right.
this is my question.
Hey, listen, we weren't saying who asked what questions. We were keeping it all anonymous.
All right. Now, Dix Fig says, I have a 3-foot tall animal correct monkey drinking a Modelo statue from Mexico, named him Bubbles. Oh, nice.
Nice.
He says, I got those contracts, Toss. He didn't ask about the Muffin Man. Muffin Top Man. Well, I know who that person is too.
Calvin. Calvin's right on the table. We can talk about Calvin.
Clint, since you're here, man, just to kind of like recap a couple of the questions, like,
Okay.
what is your take on lighting, man? How do you handle lighting?
Of lighting my photos?
Yeah, lighting your photos or
candles,
lighting your
or
candle,
not-
whatever you want,
not
whatever
clear.
you light.
So, for me, when I light something, I try to imagine what the actual light source would be in that scene
Mhm.
and use that as like my base point, and
Okay.
then start filling in from there to actually make the scene actually look good. So start there and then build the other lightings around those focal lights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good answer.
Also,
Good answer.
Clint's not ever worried about like reflection of lights on his figure.
Mm-mm.
He knows how to get rid of that shit.
Yeah.
Nope.
Smoke and mirrors, baby.
Take it till you make it, and damn it, Clint made it.
Thank you, Clint. Thank you for that answer. And yeah, we unfortunately, per my co-host, we can't disclose anything about
Don't
the
mention
Muffin.
it. Don't mention
Can't talk about the Muffin Man.
it. Contractually obligated to not say anything.
Yeah, we're not allowed to talk about the Muffin Man here. Thank you, Unworthy, for let me know.
Who would be a dream guest for you assholes to have on this crappy show if you could?
Obviously, me.
Yeah, we're living the dream, baby. We got Clint here right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, if I wanted to downgrade from Clintastic and I wanted to get somebody that is not as popular as cool as Clintastic, I would love to have maybe like James Hugh Courtney, the guy that plays Michael Myers in the movie, or Todd Father. I would love to have Uncle Todd on here and talk to Uncle Todd about, you know, his toys and what he's been doing and just hear his take on everything and all the shit, you know. But also, I would love for him to like not only just give us a quote, but like also like get drunk as shit on this show with us. Like, I would love that. Like, Uncle Todd would be super fun to have on a show. So that would be my downgrade dream after Clintastic, because nobody touches that level of popularity with us. So, yep.
I would want to get somebody that's going to be like pure shock value, but also somebody that we can kind of like clown on and clown with. And I think two perfect options for them is Joe Rogan or Logan Paul. I think both of those guys, we'd be able to fucking trash talk them and they would trash talk us back, but also have a really good time and have some good conversations with them. I know Joe Rogan would be awesome to have on, like to talk about like the conspiracy theories and the flat earth, the aliens, the Bigfoots. And then Logan Paul, I could get him on to tell him he's a douchebag and I hate him, but I also love him. He's an awesome wrestler. I could kick his ass in Pokemon cards, but I did love that fucking frog splash he hit on Roman Reigns, even though I'm a Roman Reigns fan.
No, those would be dope, man. Absolutely. Path says, got to get Cheech and Chong on here to talk about lighting. Yeah, definitely should.
Sure.
He says, Toyar says, I know for a fact that Danny has a few of my dream guests coming down the pipeline in the future. People I idolize can't. Yeah, dude. There's a bunch of conversations I've had with people that I'm excited to have.
I thought the chick that played Debbie in Debbie Does Dallas was actually
no, I didn't contact. Yeah, this is not. No. But I do have a few. You asshole! Absolutely, yeah. I would love to have her on just to fucking shit talk the shit out of her. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Insider. He says, "Get that Prime sponsorship."
That's right, man. I'll fucking. I don't care that it's 10 o'clock at night. I'll power slam 4 or 5 Prime energy drinks a night.
No, absolutely.
For that sponsorship, sure. I'll die tomorrow, but I'll do it.
And just kind of piggyback off of Toyar, some people who are not, I mean, I wouldn't say they're famous, but they're known people like that from like our world and what we do. Mitchell Wu would be definitely one of those people I would love to talk to. I had a conversation with him. Such a great guy, awesome guy, and the stuff he does is amazing. And also, too, I would love to have a D Amazing. D Amazing is another awesome toy reviewer, and he's such a down to earth guy, and he's all about like just having fun. He's not about like, just trying to be famous and shit. He's about like, he says it all the shows. He's really down to earth guy, and I met him a couple of times. Those are definitely 2 like memorable mentions that I would love to have on at some point, and even just like have Q&A sessions with them and talk to them. But all of them after Mr. Clintastic 4. They have to be after the Clintastic 4.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously.
But those are it.
Talking about dream guests, we already got our dreams to come true. We got Clint to agree to be friends with us and be in a Rowdy Boyz chat with us.
Yeah.
And we don't even have to pay him much to come on.
No, we don't. Works out.
You know who else would be a good guest is Enzo Amore. I think that dude would be fun.
Enzo Amore would be a good guest. You know who else would be a really, really good guest? Zilla Fatu. I would love to have Zilla Fatu on the show.
Really?
And you know what? Yeah, I would love to have Zilla Fatu on the show. I would like to talk to Zilla Fatu.
You do a lot of talking?
We'll make them. I mean, this is Where the Addiction. We'll get them to talk. We'll get them to talk. We always get them to talk. But honestly, like, don't sell us short, guys. We may surprise you with things, and you guys just don't know. We may surprise you. We've surprised ourselves. What's the worst thing people could say is no? And we're okay with that. Sometimes people say yes, and guess what? We'll have a show. Say he works.
Clint, who would be a dream guest for you?
Ain't my show. I don't care.
Great answer.
Good enough.
Good enough for us. All right. Next question. What do we have?
This one is more of a favor. Please dedicate a whole Hot Tua segment to Skelly.
Yes.
Well, Skelly, if you're watching, which I'm positive you're not, but here's to you anyway. Hot Tua.
Hot Tua. Dick's fan says Tom Savini. Tom Savini would be fucking amazing to have on. Tom Savini, what fell dog? Okay. Mr. Clint in the house. Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Our next question. The one figure that will never leave either of your collections is.
Ooh. Damn.
This is a tough one. Actually, so I know this has got to be tough for you because you have no prior knowledge to any of the questions. I am the one that put all these questions on the I knew them all, and I still have been having a hard time thinking.
Chad, you can let us know what you wouldn't, what's something you can answer this question too. As far as for me, there's so many like figures and stuff that I have that I wouldn't let go. But there's a specific one, and it's the one that kind of started my collection. I remember when DC started the DC Essentials, and they had like the New 52 kind of art on the side of them that Walmart used to sell. And I remember it was a Superman figure that they were selling, New 52 Superman, before I bought the DC Collectibles one. It was a New 52 Superman figure, and that kind of started my toy collection as an adult. Like that started it. Like after that, I got the Batman, and it was honestly the way I got. I think it's more a sentimental value than when I got it. My daughter's godfather, he bought it for me. He was like, "Hey man, here, I just want to buy it for you. I know you're a Superman fan." So it's kind of the one that kind of started. So that's one that I don't think I would ever let go out of my collection. That's not the greatest figure. It's not like a high end figure, but like it's a figure that has sentimental value. But there are other figures that I have that I wouldn't let go. There are so many others. So this is definitely a loaded question because there are so many. But just if I could think of one off the top of my head, it would probably be that one. So Toyar says Mesco Vapor. He says his figure. He says Bill. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Unworthy.
I think Clint's got something. Clint, you got something?
Clint, you got
I
something?
mean, I ain't getting rid of this guy.
Oh yeah. Of course. So,
If I were you, I'd be carrying him around in like a baby carrier everywhere, like a proud daddy. That's what I would.
I'm still never going to be a father, so.
Oh man.
For me, I know that so the one hot toy that I have is one that I will love and cherish forever and never get rid of it. And honestly, that's the only one that comes to mind because honestly, when I buy figures, I don't buy them thinking about whether or not I'm ever going to get rid of them, sell them.
Yeah.
Try to sell them. If I buy it, it's because I wanted it. And I mean, if I could give you a tour of my house, you would see that I don't get rid of anything. So
unless you're me and you're trying to like purge every fucking thing, then it's just not thinking. I just purge everything.
I for a hot minute was so pissed off with Hasbro, especially with the Lightning collection, the Power Rangers. That like I started selling a bunch of my Lightning collection Power Ranger figures, and like instantly after they were gone, and the people that bought them like were posting that they got them. I was like, motherfucker! I can't believe I got them. What an idiot I am.
I mean, we all saw that coming.
Oh man, there's one in particular. What's up, Wentzilla? If you're watching, I sold Wentzilla the Green Psycho Ranger, and I was like, as soon as he started taking pictures, I was like, why did I ever get rid of that motherfucking thing? I know that I can't replace it. I know that I'm never gonna get another one. Why would I get rid of that fucking thing?
No, there are some figures that I like regret getting rid of, and like there's a bunch of them. So I'm not gonna open those wounds no more. Like I'll keep the ones that I have. I'll just stick to the ones I have. But All right, great question. All right.
When can someone tall and handsome get to try some of that exclusive venison jerky?
When can someone talk? Whenever, man. Like if you're going to Legion's Con, whoever wrote this, if you're going to Legion's Con, you'll have the opportunity. Just
well, I think that's where this question spawned from, as a matter of fact, because
okay.
Somebody, me,
Yeah.
promised venison jerky to a lot of people at least. If you remember correctly, it got confiscated from me at the TSA.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
I had a big fucking 1 gallon Ziploc bag full of venison jerky. And I was snacking on some of it while I was waiting for the plane. And then I go through, it was in my carry-on because I only took carry-on. Didn't check any bags.
Okay.
And they pulled it out and they asked me what that is. What is this?
It's horse meat.
I said, that's venison jerky. I go, it's damn good too. I made that. It's my venison jerky. I made that. I killed that deer. I made that venison jerky.
Yeah.
And they said, thank you. And they put it in a bigger baggie, because it was already in a stupidly big bag. And they put it in another bag, and they said, you cannot have any meat, any wild game meat on your person on carry-on luggage. And they took away my fucking venison jerky. And I mean, it was like 2 pounds of fucking venison jerky.
So you're saying you could have got away with it if you just lied and said it was not venison?
Absolutely, because that's what I asked the agent. I said, what if I told you it was beef jerky? And they said, that's fine. And I go, okay, then it's beef jerky. And they said, sorry, you've already told us it's not.
Collector 425 says D Blake makes great jerky. He bought it. He bought it at he brought it to Legion's Con. Great meat. Yeah,
does have great
Good-
meat.
it
What's up, Deep
does.
Blake? I know you're not watching either, but you do have some good meat, sir.
we all partake on that meat during Legion's Con. We all had a piece of that meat.
Very good meat. I like
Yeah.
This
specifically.
explains all the text messages I got.
Yeah.
I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed the way Deep Blake's meat tasted, but
Yeah.
like I liked the way it felt in my hand. How about you, Danny?
I really enjoyed the texture of it. There were times where I was so good that I almost choked on that. I
Yeah.
was choked on it, yeah, a couple of times.
You had
So
the Hakua a couple.
yeah, I kind of tweet that motherfucker. So
I mean,
yeah.
it was. There did come a point where it was a little too salty, but then it was like you power through it.
Yeah. He
Get
says
it
the
out.
teriyaki venison sticks. Yeah, absolutely. But you gotta try Deep Blake's meat. It's great.
Dude,
Great meat.
listen, anybody who hasn't
Great-
tried Deep Blake's meat,
Yeah.
you're fucking missing out. And
You should buy
he'll
it.
share it. He'll share his meat.
He'll share it.
World
Buy a
renowned
sign.
share.
Yeah. Buy a sign and then try his meat, and you're fine. It's a no-brainer.
Try Deep Blake.
If someone asks you to exchange, well, listen, I'm gonna star this one, Vico, because I'm gonna star those.
We'll come back to it.
We'll come back to that one. I'm gonna star it. Okay, I got you, Vico. All right.
Next question. What character from a movie, show, or book is most like you?
Oh, great question.
Ooh.
Who's like me? Oh, see, I want to say something cool. Like I want to say I'm
You
David.
promise, Jack? Do you promise that you're going to give free samples of your meat at each weekend?
Right. I want to say I'm David from the Lost Boys, but I'm really not that cool. I'm more like Nacho Libre. I'm like Nacho. That's what I feel like Nacho Libre sometimes. Like I want to be this wrestler, and I want to be doing this. Like I don't know. Honestly, that's a good question. I really don't know. Like I like to feel like I like to be like I mean, yeah, I'm Nacho Libre.
Get that corn out of my face.
Going out of my face. it's a Tucker Max. Unworthy.
I don't have a good answer for this. I'd like to imagine that I am Negan. I'd like to imagine I am just big balls swinging, bad to the bone Negan. But in all reality, I'm probably like Abraham from Walking Dead because I talk a big game, but I could still get my head bashed in by a baseball bat pretty easily.
He says Unworthy's more like Polka Dot Guy from the Suicide Squad.
Hey, fuck you, Toy Art. What are you all over my ass for? Man? I've always been nice to you, you asshole. It's been awful insulting.
Oh man! If Unworthy's Polka Dot Guy, then I could be that little weasel. I'm the weasel that got killed. And
well, you don't want to be him. He got blowed up right in the beginning.
No, but he was alive.
He was
alive. Yeah, he was alive at the end. So, but yeah, I'm Nacho Libre though. Clint.
Oh, I'm gonna say Mr. Green from Clue.
Okay.
Oh, that's a deep cut.
Exactly.
All right.
You know, Danny. Actually, I'm gonna fan cast Danny here. Who I think Danny is most like.
Okay. Movie? Is it a movie or is it a book or is it?
It's a movie.
Okay.
And it's a movie that I've only seen bits and pieces of.
Okay.
But from what I know of how my wife describes this person, I'm gonna have to say that Danny is like Mr. Gray from 50 Shades of Grey because there's not many people that I would let tie me up and spank me. It's a pretty exclusive list.
the safe word is tweet. That's the safe. No, the safe word is gold label.
Platinum edition.
Danny's like Snooki. Fuck you, Bill. Janice, I'm probably more like Roy Kent from Ted Lasso.
What's that
Just-
fucking the baseball
just
show
Breaking
there
Bad.
with
The
Danny
Jew.
McBride?
With who?
The what?
The Danny McBride show. He's on
Which one? Gemstones or
He's gone and down. Is that what it's called? The baseball one?
I think so.
I think that's who I think I'm most like that guy. Because he's just a fucking prick that does nothing but run his mouth and say stupid shit. And well, here I am, ladies and gentlemen, drink me in.
Diggs, I agree with this answer. I should have picked this one. I should have picked the Pest. John Leguizamo's the Pest. I'm definitely that guy. I'm like that in the shower singing. I like to. Oh man, great question. I like that. Good question.
Kenny Powers, that's what it is.
There we go.
Kenny-
All right, next
I
question.
like the one the scene where he's like, "Who's Goose and who's Tom Cruise?" Well, he's dead. We know who died in that movie. How do you feel about gray sweatpants? And now,
Yeah.
if I
That's
may,
yeah, go ahead.
if I can get personal here,
Go ahead. Get personal.
I don't want to
I'd
bring
rather not.
I don't want to bring the party down or anything, but anytime I hear or see anything about gray sweatpants, I feel like those like a battered spouse. Those people like the husband or the turn to say something and the spouse is like flinches and shit. Like every time somebody says anything about gray sweatpants, I feel like a battered spouse. I feel like a used and objectified human being because of my wife and my wife's sister. I don't know why you're laughing. This is a fucking serious thing. If you can maybe tone it down for a second and be serious.
Okay.
My wife and my wife's sister, they, whether it's Father's Day, my birthday, Christmas, Easter, whatever the holiday is, if there's gifts to be exchanged, these women, they buy me gray sweatpants. And then it always coincides with a night of them drinking a bunch. And then they tell me to go put on the gray sweatpants. And I do because I'm scared if I don't, what's going to happen? And I go and I put the gray sweatpants on. And they'll start whipping their empty White Claw cans at me. And they'll say, go back in there and take the underwear off, put the gray sweatpants on. And like they treat me like I'm just some sexualized piece of meat. And it's traumatizing. It's traumatizing. And that's legitimately how I feel about gray sweatpants.
So, are you going to bring the gray sweatpants to Legion's Con?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to Legion's Con to relax. I'm not going to be traumatized and objectified.
Clint, I guess I got to cancel my order then. Fuck.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I remember that story on Worthy. I remember you shared that story with us. I figured this is where you were going. Gray sweatpants. I actually had some on yesterday after work. I like them. Only thing is that like if you go to the bathroom at like a public place and like how sometimes you wash your hands. Well, let's be honest. Sometimes you
there's always
shake it. You shake it a couple of times. You shake it more than once you're playing with it. Shake it a couple of times or you wash your hands. You get little drops here and there. Kind of look silly. So like anytime like I get like drops of something, I go under the little hand dryer thing and I as like in so just to dry it because I don't want to look like I'm walking out and I piss my pants or
and that's better than greeting everybody that you talk to after that and say it's not pee, it's water.
Exactly. So I mean I like them. It's just and they easily get dirty. So they're okay. They're okay.
I like them.
He says, "Why are you complaining about this so worthy?"
Well, you see, Jedi Jack, I'm glad you asked that. The reason I'm complaining about this is, as a father, as a human being that is an adult, bills to pay. How do you feel about people turning your light on and leaving it on? It just runs up your electric bill, right? What about your water bill? People turning on your water. That's the same thing, man. They tell me this, they sexualize me, and then get me all turned on, and then just let me walk around pitching a tent all night, and then do nothing to take care of it.
It's to keep away the burglars, dude. Come on.
No, that's not true because they know that I'll fight if I have a burglar that's going to break into my house.
So you
I'm
should
taking
film
my
this.
pants off because nobody wants to try to fight with a naked. I'm just taking it all off. And if somebody's trying to break in my house, I'm stripping down to nothing, going at them like this, like, "Come on, bitch, let's do what you got." Lick my lips a whole bunch, like, "Yeah, boy, what you want to do?" Ah, yeah.
There you go.
Get the crazy guy. Yeah, what you want to do?
Jedi Jack says he'll bring some great Under Armour leggings for Unworthy. And then Cobra said you should film this.
I will next time, Cobra Dad.
There
Listen,
you
they
go.
don't like being filmed when they're drunk, but I'll figure out a way to do it.
All right. Clint, gray sweats.
Love them.
Love them. All right.
Big fan.
Big fan.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
All right.
In charge of the slide. All right, next slide. Who do you think is the ultimate mastermind behind the bloodline in WWE?
Good question. I obviously gonna say The Rock. I hope it's The Rock. I hope The Rock is the one leading the new bloodline, and they have this whole like bloodline war games thing at what is it? Survivor Series, right?
Yeah,
they have this big old thing. I think that's the obvious choice for a lot of people. I hope it's The Rock because he's supposed to be coming back at some point after he's done filming that movie of that UFC guy, I believe, and then he has his new movie out too. But yeah, I feel like it's The Rock. That's just my choice. I hope it's The Rock.
I think it's the only obvious answer. Nothing else makes sense.
Thank you, Vigo. Says Unworthy fights using Randy.
Yeah, that's right.
He said, "Oh yeah, that's fucked up."
It is, man. Turn you on, leave you on. Don't and then you're the one paying for it.
He says, "Now if the sisters were tag teaming you."
Tried it, man. I've tried. I've tried every fucking line I could.
He says, "Dang." Diggs, I started that question for you, buddy. Yeah, but The Rock is my answer.
Clint, do you have any input?
Nope.
Next question.
Okay.
If you could time travel to witness one historic event without changing anything, I think they got cut off. What would it be? What historic event would you want to witness without changing?
Ooh.
I would like to. I don't know if it's it is historic. I would love to witness the making of like internet. Like I want to be there for like when the internet's created. Like what we do now. Yeah, but like actually be in the mix. Like I want to be there. Like with the.
Well, it wasn't like boom. There was the internet. There were like a lot of small. Yeah, that took a multi-year process, dude.
Yeah, I want to be like there in the beginning when somebody says, "Hey, we should create something where we're like we should create Instagram for people who are going to collect toys and take photos of toys." Like I want to be that person. Like I want to be there for that. That would be great. Just, something to because I think everything else would be boring to me. Like I wouldn't want to be there when they're writing the decoration of it. Like none of that. Like I don't want to sit through
that. All seems pretty boring.
Yeah, I'm good. No,
although I think the Loki show had a pretty good idea with the time warp.
Yeah,
I think it would be cool if I could go and watch something happen. I think the Mount Vesuvius or Pompeii. The Pompeii. As long as I know I'm not going to get swallowed up by lava, I think to see. I always wanted to see a volcano go off, but not really because I don't want to be fucking burnt to death. I want to see it. It'd be cool to see and feel like the power of it all. But I don't want to. I don't want the death of it. I don't want to be dead from witnessing something cool. Also, I know I would fuck it up if I had to go back in time. It don't matter what the rules and regulations were. I would cause some sort of fucking paradox because I would be giving it away.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Hey, Mr. Lincoln, enjoy this play." Huh? Wink, wink. Like, really fuck it up.
You'd probably
'Cause
say
that-
something like, you'd be like, "Yeah, it's mind blowing."
It's a
shit.
mind-blowing play. You're gonna lose your head. And then his wife would be like, "Abe, I think we should go." And then he would get, you know, I'd be like, "Fuck, I wasn't supposed to say anything."
Oh yeah. Troy it says Bob Marley Smile Jamaican concert. Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be
Yeah.
pretty dope. Yep.
What?
I want to see some fucking dinosaurs, so I'm going back to the Big Bang era.
Nice.
Like, you're gonna stay until like the comet hits? Like, it's
I want to be
the
there
sun
right when the
hit-
comet hits. With the, I don't care if I go with it, but I just want to see it.
I don't want you to go. Can you imagine if you went with it and then they're digging up dinosaurs and then they're like, and the most intriguing specimen that we found is this
It's this watermark.
this humanoid that's got what looks like an iPhone in its pocket.
My
And denim,
my
they
rib
didn't
cage
even
is-
discover denim.
my rib cage is all crystallized from all the menthols I smoked back in the day.
Holy fuck. Oh man. I'd be nice to see, like, I could picture Clint like in like one of those like portal doors. And then as soon as the comet's like coming down, he'll like call one of the little dinosaurs, come on, come on, come on. As soon as it gets closer, there's like psych,
Little
bitch, psych. And just close the door and let the fucking thing explode.
It'd be one of those fucking like the one that the guy from Seinfeld gets spit at, like
Yeah.
fucking spitting one.
The
It'd
original
be like,
hot tub.
"Come here, Hawk 2, come here." Whack. Fuck you. I like Seinfeld. You know?
Oh my god. Yeah. Great question. All right.
Is it
Is it-
possible for a Wendigo to make its way from the Canadian wilderness to the Adirondacks?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna defer this to the expert in Wendigos, Toya.
You said say that again.
I'm going to defer my answer to the expert, Toya.
Is it? Yeah. I don't know. I don't have an answer for this. I think it's possible. I guess. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
long, they travel at night.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's something you do want to keep in mind. If you live in the Canadian wilderness, you got to be happy to see a Wendigo go to the Adirondacks. If you live in the Adirondacks, you're probably not too happy to see a Wendigo show up.
Mm-hmm.
But really, all things are possible.
But okay, I digs, but we said you couldn't change anything.
Yeah. You can't change anything.
That's just hurting yourself, dude.
What do you want?
Not to move it down, right? I'm gonna say yes. I don't have a specific reason why. So yes. Okay.
Sure.
Don't
Okay.
the Adirondacks stretch like pretty much to Canada? I don't know. I'm an idiot. I haven't.
I have no idea. Great question.
I'm on YouTube at 10:42 at night. I don't fucking know how close it is.
It says depends on how much human flesh was eaten.
Is that? Oh, that's the fuel.
Rules.
The fuel that they use.
Mules. Okay. Julius Caesar. Okay.
So to answer this question, if you live in the Canadian wilderness, we hope
Mhm.
it can. If you live in the Adirondacks, we hope it cannot.
Yes.
Whichever helps you sleep.
Perfect answer.
What's you fellas' favorite beverage of?
Alcoholic or non-alcoholic?
That's good. Yeah.
I'd say.
Well, it's a huge mountain range, and yes, it's not far from. Okay. If it's alcoholic, I like my Jack and Coke, but if I'm drinking beer, I always go with the Bush. I'm a Bush guy. Love me some Bush.
Word.
Yeah. And now if it's anything else, I mean, whatever. I don't care. But if it's alcoholic, it's a Bush or Jack and Coke.
How about you?
For me, alcoholic, my go-to is amaretto and Coke.
Mm.
Very tasty.
And then beer wise, it's Blue Moon.
Mm-hmm.
And then otherwise, it's Dr. Pepper.
Original Dr. Pepper, or like do you like any of the flavored, like vanilla, cherry?
Original and cherry, pretty much, and the
Okay.
zero sugar.
Nice.
Do you like the cream, the vanilla? The vanilla
No.
cream?
I like that one. I like.
I
that
don't
one.
like that, but I do like the Coke. The Coke.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Actually, I did this art project. We had to paint something to look like a food item in our senior year. And I took a big trash can and I painted it like a vanilla Coke.
Yeah.
For me, I love alcohol. So, spoiler alert: anybody that's just new to the channel, I do like to drink alcoholic beverages.
Mm-hmm.
Not your average church boy. Let me just tell you. I like 7 and 7, Seagram 7, and either 7 Up or Sprite. I like a good 7 and 7. Very tasty.
I don't think I've ever had Bush, actually.
I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah.
We should do like a special dedication episode and just drink Blue Moon for you, client.
I like Blue Moon. I mean, I don't prefer Blue Moon. If somebody offered me a Blue Moon, hell, it don't even have to be cold. If it's the only beer on hand and they hand me a warm Blue Moon, I'll drink that.
Me too.
Watch me do it.
I like Blue Moon. Oh.
But my if non-alcoholic drink, I drink a lot of tea, like iced tea. Not sweet tea, regular iced tea, sun tea. Summer, like we buy these boxes of tea bags, like 50 tea bags in a sleeve, and it comes with 5 sleeves, so whatever.
Yeah.
And we go through a bunch of those boxes of tea bags. We just make jug after jug after jug.
Says Clint's never had
and tea.
Surprise. Just kidding.
Is it though?
Other than beer, like I'm a big coffee drinker. I love coffee. I could drink 3 cups of coffee a day. Like I've slowed down a lot, but I love coffee. It has to be French vanilla swirl, light and sweet. No,
do you drink it with your straw like this?
Yeah, I don't like to burn my lips. These lips were made for
mine has to be Arctic cold for me to drink coffee.
Oh, I can't do. Ugh.
Oh yeah, we had that conversation before.
Can't
even in the dead of winter. But you live in Texas, so the dead of winter is not all that cold in Texas. I'm sure. I've never been to Texas in the winter, but I know up here in New York, if you try to hand me anything that's ice cold in January, I'll fucking hawk to it right in your pocket. If I'm outside shoveling and snow blowing and getting rid of mountains of snow in January, and you hand me even a glass of ice water, I'll fucking throw that bitch right in your face. Don't disrespect me that way.
He says, I'd rather have burnt lips from coffee than herpes. Hey, you know what? I have pet peeves, especially like with Dunkin'. Like all the ladies at Dunkin' know, like, don't ever pass me my coffee cup like this. There have been many times where I walk in and like there's a new person working or somebody that doesn't know me, and they'll like hand me my coffee like this, and I'm like, can you change the lid? And can you give me another lid? Don't put your fucking hand on my coffee. That's where I'm gonna put my mouth. Don't do that to me. And now they have these new lids now where it's not like without the little flat part. It's like this. They're open, so like
I am handing you every fucking drink.
Don't fucking give me that. I will ask for another. That's why sometimes I will ask for another like lid. Like I will, or the ladies that do know me, when they see it, they'll stop the person and be like, and then they'll take the lid off and put it on, and then they'll look at them like, yeah, he doesn't like you touching like the top of his coffee. You have to pass me my coffee this way.
Right here. Thank you, Pico. How do you think they put that fucking lid on? Even if they didn't hand it to you like this, even if they hand it to you like this, how do you think they push that motherfucker?
It's really easy. You can easily just grab it from the corner and like press down on the corners. You don't have to put your fucking whole palm on the top like this. You can easily grab the lid and press on the corner. I don't touch the corners. Like the hell you put in your whole hand? Yeah, no, hell no. Just give me an extra lid. I'll do it myself.
Listen, I happen to know a lot of
Coffee.
Dunkin' people. I happen to work within the Dunkin'
Mm-hmm.
franchise, and I want to tell you, everybody that I see, they always put the lids on like that, but they're constantly washing their hands. Not like they're digging in their fucking ass crack and then
I
putting
don't
your.
listen. If I ever go to a Dunkin' and anybody ever goes to a Dunkin', just understand that if you work there or if you know somebody who works there, or if you're with me, just let the person know. Do not pass Danny his coffee that way. Give Danny his coffee like this. Don't put your
Hand it
hand.
to me like this. That's when we go to Dunkin'. I'm going to say, hand it to me like this, so I can grab it like this and hand it to him.
And then I'm gonna go and then grab another one. He says Coors Light, Fireball. Hey, I love Coors Lights and I love Fireballs. They're great. Fireball is great. I love Fireball. All right, next question. What do we got?
Are you guys
Woo.
doing anything Thursday? And that's a good question. Because
Great question. Yes.
you can catch A Worthy Addiction next Thursday live, but it won't be live. It'll be a pre-record because the 4th of July happens to be my anniversary. I
Mhm.
got married on the 4th of July, and my wife and I both could think of plenty of good things to do on a Thursday, 4th of July at
Yes.
10:50. From 10:50 to 10:53.
Yeah.
That doesn't include being on.
Take that. All right. Stay away from my coffee, you asshole. No, yeah, we definitely have something planned, but again, we'll keep you guys posted for as far as next week's episode. Because yeah, it's the 4th of July, you know, a lot of us I like to spend time with my family and playing on fireworks with my kids, and on where he has his plans with his family. So we'll keep you guys posted. But you know,
On a related note, though, if anybody lives around me and they are looking to make some extra money on Thursday, I am going to need a babysitter from 10:50 to 10:53. I pay well, and I'm going to look sweaty when I come collect the kids 2 minutes after we leave.
Warm.
Probably in my gray sweatpants. And,
Probably. He's gonna
my
come.
hair will look all disheveled, but you'll know.
He's gonna have a gag ball. He's gonna have one of those gag balls. You know, I'm ready to take him home. 425. Yes, sir. Cafe Bustelo is the best, man. Definitely, that's like cocaine in a mug. That stuff will wake you up.
Now, I heard that you shouldn't do cocaine. I've never done it because I've heard that you shouldn't.
I only make that reference because that's one of those coffees that are so strong that it'll wake. It's not like Dunkin's coffee or Starbucks. It'll wake you the hell up. Like that's a really strong coffee. Like you can't make too much of it.
So you don't actually put cocaine in.
No. I only make the reference because it'll really have you. Yeah, it'll have you up. So maybe you should get some. Maybe I should send you some as a gift for an anniversary gift. It's better than Blue Chew. It's better than Blue Chew.
So anybody that's watching and just was thinking about the babysitting job, I'm going to need you to extend that from 10:50 to 10:55.
There you go. All right.
Here's a good question. Can Danny explain how we could start a fire if he was stuck in the wilderness by himself?
All right,
I'm glad I gave that lighting tip earlier.
Yeah. How can we start a fire? Easy. Just if you have a pack of matches in your pocket and you're an active smoker, just grab some dead wood. And I learned that you need to get some what is it? Some cotton or some shit. I don't fucking know. And just light it up. Whatever burns, just burn it. Yeah, just make sure you contain the fire. And
how do you spot dead wood when you're starting a fire, Danny? How do you spot dead wood from live?
It has to be dry, like really, really dry. Like you could go and peel. I watch a lot of nature shows, so like I would peel. We went on a hike, me and my daughter, and I was like trying to explain to her how to survive on a hike. That's like,
Oh God, I would have loved to see that.
I'm probably gonna record it next time. I was trying to explain to her. So like I was like peeling like pieces of bark, dry bark off the trees. I was like, hey, see this? You can burn this. You can start a fire with this. And like there were like trees with some of like the stuff and like the dry like old
What
bark
stuff?
stuff.
What stuff?
It's called yellow wood stuff. And you just grab one of those tools and what is that tool that you press? Hey, listen, pick up my book. I have a survival book coming out pretty soon. It's gonna get published, so pick up my survival book if you want to
So
survive
I'm
the world.
assuming it's a picture book.
Yeah,
It had to be.
it's all illustrated for you. So if you can't read, just look at the photos. I actually use action figures to kind of illustrate what I'm trying to teach you. So
It's
check
much
it out.
more palpable for the kindergartners that reading this book.
Yeah. So that's my way of doing it. I just find dead wood, get yourself one of those like fire starters from Walmart, and hit that sucker, and then just
Hit that sucker. Dead wood,
just
fire starter. Hit that sucker.
feed your fire, and then
Blow
there
on
you go. Blow on that fucker.
Blow on that motherfucker. Hot pua.
Try to pull out that motherfucker. He said I would totally buy that book. Hey, you know what? I'm trying to start a new one. Any illustrators that know how to draw? Let's get together, man. Let's start a survival book together. Let's do it. Let's call it the Toy Addict, the Danny Survival Book for dummies.
Now, I will say you were onto something, and this is something that you should keep in mind, because as a fellow husky fella as myself, lint is very, very good for starting fire.
Lint.
So whether it's lint from your dryer or, as a husky fella, lint from your belly button, it can get a fire started. I have been in situations.
This is why they tell you to clean out your lint filter.
And this is why I don't clean out my belly button during hunting season if I know I'm going camping. I will wear the wooliest, scratchiest fucking shirt that I can, because I got a hairy navel and like it just traps, and I got a deep belly. I got a deep hole for a belly button. You pull out just a little bit of belly button lint.
Yeah.
You put that in with your dead wood, and that bitch will start like you wouldn't believe.
Oh my goodness.
Just just something to consider for your next illustration.
For my book.
For my
book. Okay.
Co-op thing.
So stay tuned. I'll be working on a book. So just stay tuned for that. All right.
Belly button lint, dead wood.
Yeah.
Hit that son of a bitch.
All right. Awesome.
What is something that makes you feel old as fuck?
Great question. I have a 19-year-old. That makes me feel old. I'm only 38. I became a dad at a really young age. I actually found out I was gonna be a dad when I was 17. So I was just graduating high school. I walked on stage with him. So it was funny. I made the joke to him on his graduation that I was like, "Hey, you should carry me on stage, like I carried you." But like, I think for me is knowing that I have another man. It's another man in the house. It's another guy, a man, and it's hard not to, as fathers, for all the dads, all the parents. It's hard, not to not see your kids as those little 3 or 2-year-olds that you used to carry around and play with. But sometimes I view them that way. But I also have to put that boundary and that respect that, hey, he's a young man, he's making decisions for himself, and I have to like respect the decisions that he decides. You know what I'm saying? So I think being a dad of a 19-year-old has definitely made me. And then one of the Chain brothers said, "Yeah, try 20." Yeah, dude, I can't even imagine. It's 19.
How old are you?
Yeah,
I thought he was my age.
Yeah, it's he says juice drunk skin for fist fire. Okay. No, so I think just being a dad of a older kid, like 19-year-olds, made me feel kind of old. I'm not old, but it does make me feel that way. Like, damn, I should have just wore a condom. But it's good.
He don't mean that. I know you're watching. He You don't mean
He
that.
doesn't mean that at all. I don't mean that. Or do I?
He doesn't.
Unworthy.
He doesn't.
Unworthy.
Definitely my kids make me feel old. I never have been a very patient human being.
Mm-hmm.
I get irritated a lot and very
Mm-hmm.
easily. And my kids being so young and full of energy and just so much noise definitely makes me feel old. Uh, But that's too easy of an answer. One thing that makes me feel old is knowing that I am now pretty much too old in life to try to learn another language because
Mm-hmm.
there is plenty of in the line of work that I have. Like I deal with a lot of people that English is like their second language. They're
Mm-hmm.
not very good at speaking English. They know how to speak their language, and I don't fucking know how to speak their language. I have not a clue what they're saying most of the time, and I feel like I am too old. Like I try to learn and try to pick up on things, but it's fucking tough to. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, is what they
Yeah,
say,
that's true.
and I'm here to tell you that's fucking true because I
Hey,
my
you learned how to take photos.
well a little bit different. I didn't have to speak. I didn't have to speak to.
You had to speak your questions to figure out what to do.
Yeah, but you
There's hope
no,
for you.
I didn't really because I had you and you knew how to speak fluent idiot and you knew how to answer my questions.
Tony says, feeling dirty looking at a good looking 20-year-old woman. Hey, you know.
So I used to
Okay.
work I used to do before the job I have now, I used to work in college housing and there was a lot of Asian families and I tried to learn how to speak like just basic uh, Chinese and Japanese,
Mm-hmm.
just like I could have just enough of a little
Yeah.
conversation with these people to explain to them, "Hi, I'm here to fix this, that, or
Yeah.
the other." And it just didn't work. It got to where I had Google Translate on my phone, and I would speak to my phone and then play it for them, and then they would speak to my phone, and I would play it back. And even that wasn't fucking cool. There was a lot of errors
Mm-hmm.
there. This one lady, we used to call her Chinese grandma. She got me fucking wasted drunk at noon on uh, sake drinks. So I thought she was giving me tea. I thought she was giving me green tea. And wasted drunk at my job because I did not know how to speak anything or understand anything that she was saying. I just knew that it was rude to not accept food or beverage that they were offering. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take another glass of tea. Down it. Because I had to get
Mm.
on to the next thing. Another one.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, sure, no. Down. Next thing I know, I'm trying to walk out of their apartment, and I'm like, holy fuck, I can't even stand up straight. So that's what
Oh.
makes me feel old as fuck, is I don't know, I don't have enough time left in my life to learn how to speak my language.
Mm. Clint?
Oh, shit. I got nothing. I feel.
Okay.
I don't feel old, so.
You look young as
Fantastic.
fuck, too, so.
Well, I am also considerably younger than you guys, so.
Yeah.
And you don't have children bringing you down.
That is very true. That's the secret.
That's
Don't
not
have
true.
kids. You
That's
heard
not
it
true,
here. World Star. I got the sound bite, but I don't know how to play it.
All right.
All right. There's only one question left on this that we're going to save till last. So, Danny, if you want to.
Yeah. I'm gonna use the star
Start.
questions here, and one of the questions, two questions from unboxing. Our first one is, who's the real man of the show? The real man is at the bottom. It's Clintastic 4. He is the real man of the show. So that's an easy question. Next question is, who's got the length and who's got the girth?
Well, I mean, if you look at us standing next to each other, I'm definitely taller.
Yeah, and I'm
And
definitely
he's
bigger.
definitely wider.
Yeah. I packed the most punch.
You got the best dance moves, though.
I widened the biggest let's keep it there. Yeah,
Yeah.
like Unworthy said, let's keep it there. Vico says, if someone asks you to exchange your favorite fig, would you, Clint?
Hell no.
What am
I
I
would.
exchanging for?
Yeah, right. It depends on what am I exchanging it for. If it's something that I want, or if it's something that's of equal value, maybe, yeah, I would exchange it. But if it's not, like if you want
But
to
if
give
it's
me
like
a
your favorite fig, there's also that sentimental
like
value. So it's
yeah,
like,
no, hell no. If I'm giving you my sentimental value Superman I was talking earlier, you have to give me a hot toy for me to exchange that. You have to give me like a really
Yeah.
something really nice. Like
I was trying to think of what you would have to offer me to give up some of the things.
yeah.
And like it's not things that somebody's going to want.
exactly.
Like Buddy Murphy could say, "My wife is Rhea Ripley, and I want this toy that you have. You can have my wife for a night." And I'd be like, "No, I'm gonna need 2, maybe 3 nights to consider it."
That's right. That's right.
That's a lie. I'd give
yeah,
up
I'm like,
every toy I own. I'd be like, "Say less, fam."
I think it'd even be like 2 minutes and you'd say okay.
Oh, jeez.
I'd be like, "What else can I give you?"
Next question from Vico is, which Pokemon would you be and which trainer? I would be Mew. That's my favorite Pokemon. I would definitely be Mew. And trainer, I don't need a Mew. Doesn't need a trainer. Mew is Mew. Mew is fucking powerful. Mew. I mean, if I could have a trainer, it would be
I
Unworthy
think he
Collector.
meant like, what trainer would you want to be? Maybe?
Oh, okay. That's what he meant. No, it says, and which train? Oh, did he mean that? And which trainer?
Yeah. Which
Oh, then I
trainer?
would be Ash, of course. It'd be Ash.
Hmm.
I would definitely be Ash, just because he's like the known one. Like fuck all the others. He's known. Ash. It's Ash. I would be Mew, but if I was Mew and I wouldn't need a trainer. Now, if I needed to pick my own trainer, I would say Unworthy Collector would be my trainer. I would be Mew, and he would be my trainer. He would put me in battles. So,
If I could be any Pokemon, I would want to be Gengar. Because Gengar, once he hits level 25, he knows hypnosis. And he's like the master of avoiding a real fight. Because he'll just be like, hypnosis, you're asleep, and then you can run away. And as I get older, I don't want to fight people. I used to love to fight people. And now it's just like, it's not worth it. I'm sore. I just woke up and rolled out of bed and I'm sore. What makes you think I want to fight?
Right.
And if I could be any trainer, I would want to be Go, because Go just fucking this motherfucker throws a regular ass Pokeball at Suicune and catches that fucking thing. I would want to be Go. That fucking kid's got the luck of the devil. I would want to be Go. If I could have any trainer, I would have Vico San as my fucking trainer, because I bet you he could motivate me.
There's a lot of levels to this conversation. It's fascinating.
Clint, Pokemon.
Probably Ninetales. And then
He's fancy as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Fancy as fuck.
And then for what trainer I would be Giovanni probably.
Okay.
Got the charisma for it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I got.
Who would you want to be your trainer if you had to have a trainer?
No one. Yeah, no.
Operate on your own.
I'm not.
Don't need nobody telling you what to do.
Exactly.
Diggs Figs asks, would you fight a burglar? You're on record aiding and abetting a murder.
Wait, what?
What?
Would you fight a burglar? You're on record aiding and abetting a murder.
I don't know how fighting a burglar.
Yeah.
On record.
Where
maybe that was two things at the same time. Maybe he was getting two conversations. Yeah. We kind of go off on tangents. Maybe that was two tangents.
I would fight a burglar if he was robbing me. Like if my kids were there and I had to protect my kids, yeah. Now, but I would mind my business. Like if you're aiding, yeah, it would be anybody. I mind my bad damn business. I think that's what you mean, Diggs, right? That's what you mean. Help us here, Diggs. Help us.
He said this was for earlier. That's not much.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Hey, I considered it. I thought it was a question.
I would certainly fight a burglar. If somebody was breaking into my house, I actually have fucking dreams about somebody breaking in.
Fights in his sleep.
Like I have dreams like I could never get away with this sort of thing unless somebody was breaking into my house. God, I hope somebody breaks into my house.
All right. Last question is from Vico. It says, what Pokemon would you eat? Wait, what would be your favorite? Damn, you got
Well, we
two
covered
questions.
Pokemon cannibalism.
Yeah. Pokemon, it would be any sea life. Like I would eat any other sea life animals. And wait, what would be your favorite? My favorite to eat?
Yeah.
Does it mean
Don't say jinx.
what's the fish one? What's
God
the fish
damn
one?
it, Clint. You fucking ruin all of my
Whatever the fish one is, that's the one I would eat.
That's like
It's
25%
the one.
of all the Pokemon is fish.
It says I'm going Charizard and Ash. I would get Snorlax medium. Snorlax medium rare.
I would go for either Taurus or Miltank.
Yeah. You like a good burger, just don't put no fucking ketchup on it.
Exactly.
A simple man. I want my hamburger done and I don't want any sauce.
Here's a good question, Vice. If they break in, right, and you kick their ass, would you drop a diss track right after they broke into your house? Like you'll rap about it. Like,
No,
that's
he
the whole
would do
song.
it right then and there. Like after
as he's beating his ass.
As he's fucking beating the brakes off him, he's laying a fucking diss track.
Right. So those are the only questions I have from that I had starred. So I didn't want to like ignore those questions. So you have one more?
I didn't get a chance. I would eat. I would also go for either a nice medium rare Taurus steak or maybe fried Purgos, kebab.
Okay.
Some fish kebab.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Jinx, and then Clint said that I couldn't say that I didn't.
So. He says, "I'll make him dance if you don't." Oh, what do you mean, sir? Oh, okay. Shit. All right.
And we got two last questions in one. This person is good at asking multiple questions in one question. So, can y'all show what is your favorite photo of one another's? That's one. And besides toy photography, what has been your favorite subject to speak about? So I'll go ahead and start this. I had in mind what was going to be my favorite Toy Addict 17. I knew in my head what my favorite Toy Addict 17 picture was. I just didn't have it saved on my phone. So I was going through his feed to find this picture for this question. And then I found another one that I was like, oh man, I don't know. Maybe this is now my favorite. So I couldn't choose between the two. So my two are these two.
Oh. There we go. Those are classics.
Kevin McAllister and the kid from Christmas Story. I don't remember his name. Ralphie. I don't know. So the Spider-Man and Michael one was the one that I had in mind. That was the one that was originally my favorite. Mostly because I was involved in that collaboration and I remember the story behind the whole knife thing and how far it was not in Spider-Man. And somebody in the chat said, how is Spider-Man sticking to the wall if the knife's barely in him? And I commented right under it, he's fucking Spider-Man. That's how he's sticking to the wall.
Now remember that. I was like, yo, how do you, like, what was the comment that I had said? I was like, yeah, how does the knife, a kitchen knife, even hold you on the wall? Like, I don't think it's that strong.
I say, it's Spider-Man. It fucking works. Okay. So that was my original. Spider-Man and Michael was my original, but then I saw this Kevin and Ralphie one, and I was like, oh, I don't know. I love this one too.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. Oh, those are pretty dope, man.
Yeah.
So I have also two that I have picked, and there's so many that I could pick from those photos because you have a lot of amazing photos. But I really like this one, this Green Lantern photo, this vampire Green Lantern photo. I just love the. I know you're a big Green Lantern guy, and like when it comes to like Batman shots, I feel like when it comes to Batman shots and even like Green Lantern shots, that's when like you're like on level 10. Like you're like you know how you like when you take a photo of like one of your favorite superheroes or favorite like characters and stuff, it's like you see the love, like you put in so much love into your photos, but like when it's something that you like a favorite character, you put that extra love into that character. And I feel like in this photo, because I know you're a big Green Lantern fan, I feel like you like exceeded like far. The fact that McFarlane has not featured this on their thing pisses me off. That's why I want him on the show, so you can tell me he's a fucking asshole. But you don't need a feature because we're featuring you on A Worthy Addiction. And I'm telling you, you have so many great photos. This is one right here I love so much because again, it has the horror aspect that I love, but also like the green, and it's just the pose. It's one of those simple poses, simple photos that packs a punch. So this photo right here is like one of my favorites of yours, and I like one of my favorites because you have a lot. And then next is not a toy photo, but I love this photo of us.
Look at
I got to meet this guy in person for the first time at Legion's Con last year. First time we actually met in person, and when I tell you, this is one of my favorite. This is like I took down my photos of like me and my ex-wife and put this photo up. So when people come to the house, they see like framed photos of this. I'm like, yeah, that's my wife. She's beautiful, ain't she? no, but I love it. Like I said, I love this photo because again, we had such a great time at Legion's Con, and like I said, we picked up where we left off. We had a great time, and it was such good. I can't wait for next year. I hope one day that I add two more faces to this photo, two more people to this photo, and just call it like, then I could die in peace. So, but other than that, this is one of my photos that I really enjoy. It was my screensaver for a while. It was a little weird when, I mean, not this day and age, right? But people see us like, oh, that's cute. I was like, I know. But I love the photo. It was great. But that was another one of my favorite photos. Brotherly love.
It is, man. It is. Listen, we had a great time at fucking Legion's Con. And you're right. We picked up right where we left off. Everybody asked us, was it weird the first time you interacted with each other after it? You know, we'd known each other for a long time online. And then to see each other in person, people thought that it should be weird. And it wasn't, because he picked me up late for the fucking airport. And I made sure that he knew that he was fucking late for the airport. I was texting him from the pickup line. Like, don't even bother parking. Just pull up and I'll get in. I've been waiting here long enough. Don't even bother parking. You won't get out.
Let's just save the hugs. Let's save the hugs for when we get back to the place, to the hotel. No, it was definitely a good time. I can't wait to go back and like, it's the first time for everyone. I know you guys, the Grown Ass Mentors kind of met each other for the first time. Yeah, a lot of people met each other for the first time there. But yeah, it was a good time. I can't wait for this year's Legion's Con. It's going to be a lot of fun. Clint, I got to add, I'm telling you, I'll die in peace the minute I add you and AB to the photo. Yeah. All three of you guys, that's when I'll be like, all right, okay, kill him. But that was an awesome time for me, so wanted to share that. All right. Well,
listen, we have been going on now for over 2 hours. I didn't realize how long we had been going on with the Q&A stuff.
Yep.
So if you're only tuned in for the giveaway and now you're not here anymore because we haven't done the giveaway, that's fine, because this giveaway isn't like every other giveaway. You don't need to be here to claim it.
There you go.
Because we do have a lot of people that were international or people on different time zones that don't watch the show live. They watch it on replay. That participated in this month's AWA No Justice 1 year anniversary
Yes, sir.
Here it is. The 1 year. This month was the 1 year anniversary of the No Justice collab, and don't want to spoil this for anybody or shock anybody by this, but this is the last No Justice.
Hmm.
We're saying farewell to the No Justice collab. Everybody that participated in it did an amazing job. I'm eternally grateful for everybody that participated. Everybody from the very first one last June to this one this year.
Mhm.
It's been so much fun. I've been completely and totally humbled and blessed by everybody that has participated. But all good things must come to an end. And the last thing
Mm.
I want to do is be Hulk Hogan hanging in there way past my prime and still
With the
trying
skin
to
hanging.
perform. So the collab has been a lot of fun, but the collab is also it doesn't need to go on forever. It can be something that has a lot of good memories that doesn't need to continue. So this is the last No Justice collab. So thank you everybody that has participated.
Thank you,
Thank
Effie.
you, Effie. Appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. So
I feel like vinegar right now.
there's so many good collabs, and what made me decide this, and Skelly, I'm not trying to make you feel bad for this, but when we were on the Skeleton's Tomb last week, and Skelly so flawlessly and seamlessly told everybody about all these collabs that are going on, I thought to myself, they don't need my collabs anymore. That's there's so many collabs that I can participate in and be a part of that I don't
Mhm.
need to be spearheading collabs or organizing collabs. I can do this for the fun rather than do this for promoting people. So um, that's that. If anybody is looking forward to the next No Justice collab, there's not going to be. So thank you to everybody that has participated. And
Mhm.
this month's theme was any DC villain, your
He said,
favorite
"Dang, I
DC.
went fuck hours."
So, well, hey, listen, Cobra, you still got a chance to win this giveaway. And
Yeah, you
as
go.
we said at the top of the show, this is a $50 gift card to Chubsy Wubsy toy stores. It's good for
Mhm.
either in person or online.
Yep.
And this is just my way of saying thank you. And you know what? Everybody that participated throughout, not just this one, thank you so much. Um, I'm always open to doing more collabs and always
Mhm.
ready to do collabs. So don't think
Yep.
just because No Justice is done that I'm not doing collabs. I'm still willing to do whatever collabs
It's
are
just
from
like,
So I should probably announce I'm going to be starting my own collab series. It's going to be called
there.
No Just Ice, and it's just going to be photos of ice.
yeah,
Hey, you
just ice, no drink. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for everybody that's listening, the giveaway again, just to kind of clarify the giveaway. He says, was always excited to be involved. Hey, but listen, man, we were all definitely excited. He does came to a shocker us. We didn't know. We didn't know he was gonna cancel it. So I'm hearing this for the first time. Maybe I didn't read it in one of the chats, but like this is news to me. But again, I definitely respect Unworthy's decision on what he wants to do. So
Yeah.
you know, I support him 100%. But thank you for everybody who participated and showed support because again, he put in a lot of work into the collabs and the collages when he was doing the videos. He's done so much. So I appreciate everybody like supporting him because again, super dope. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you all, and we are going to do the giveaway right now. And as we
Let's do
said,
it.
you don't have to be, um, you don't have to be watching. If you win
Yeah.
and you're not watching live and you're watching on a replay,
Yeah.
don't think that you missed out on the giveaway.
Yeah.
Because I know how to get a hold of you. I know how to find you, even if you're not. And I
Mhm.
don't mean that to sound volatile, but I know how to find you. I know how to find you.
It's a must say you're a great storyteller in the bios. Yep.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. Well,
So I will share the screen here, and we're doing a little duck race. And there are, I forget how many people, but you're seeing the duck on the screen now. Could be.
Duck
Loading.
race.
Lots of people.
Listen.
Lots of people in
Yeah.
duck race.
There you go. So good luck to everybody. Whoever wins, good luck to the winner.
Good luck to everybody. And if you are watching and you win, just know that you don't need to claim it like any other prize.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be getting
It's already claimed if you win it. Yep. So good luck, everyone, and thank you again.
With all that said, thank you and good luck to everybody. And we're off to the race. Oh man, we got Blitz and Tony Toybog and Diggs and Toy Picks. Pico is in there too. We see him pulling up.
Who's
oh
11?
my goodness! Oh my goodness! It's the land. Oh. Congratulations to Unhuman. Ironically, our very first guest ever on this show.
Yeah. Congratulations, dude. Congratulations, Unhuman. Awesome. He said, fuck. All right, let's go. So congratulations, Unhuman. Again, like Unworthy said, you don't have to be on the show right now watching to claim your prize. He knows how to get a hold of you. Congratulations. And yeah, he was one of our first guests on the show. So definitely congratulations. Unworthy, congratulations to you, dude, on a 1-year awesome collaboration, giving love to the McFarlane toys that was getting a lot of shit at some point. And I feel like you made you made them cool. You made them cool for everybody to want to take photos. I will always say yes. So everybody definitely brought their A game. I think one of the Dos Galos, yeah,
and
probably
just
did.
like that, we went from 20 viewers to 9. All those people were very disappointed with not winning.
So congratulations to everyone again. Awesome. Yeah. Any plugs for next week? I think next week, right?
Yeah. So next week, like we said, we are doing a pre-record. We'll probably still be on the chat unless it's between 10:50 and 10:53. I already told you what I'll probably be doing. So anytime in between that, it'll be a nice little pre-record episode celebrating everything Americana in the 4th of July and Clintastic. Celebrating Clintastic, really, for the 4th of July, because nothing says American glory like Clintastic.
Yeah.
So I think that we're going to have a Clintastic ode to Clintastic 4. I just said it. Now we got it.
All right. So, fellas, do we have a quote? Unworthy, do you have a quote for the night? Fantastic. One of you guys have a quote? Just kind of end the night tonight, because we. Thank you for everybody who's watched, and like if you haven't hit that like button. And thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting the No Justice collabs. Thank you for the questions. The Q&A questions are great. Thank you. We answered every single question to the best of our abilities tonight. They were a lot of fun, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed our little bid earlier today. Again, personal videos. We didn't know that was going to happen, but we very much enjoyed that video. But other than that, any quotes, fellas?
Nope, you're on the spot, Danny.
All right. Well, I'll end the night with a perfect quote from Tyler Wyndham, Bo Dallas, and one of the things he had said during his promo was, "We made them remember." And then Hanko Howdy says, "Yes, we did." So with that being said,
good night, beautiful.
Thank you for tuning in.
Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button
Click that notification bell
for more content.